wow. We always on point, wow. Yo, no refunds, it's showtime, we always on point. No dirty yo, but they call me the voice. I just dropped the link, come and talk to your boy. Talk to me, wow. Talk to me, wow. Shout out CL, keep it real. Shout out preach, y'all. Go ahead, preach, y'all. When you talk to us, you better think before you speak, y'all. Wow, you better think before you speak. And all the pieces that I got, them on my thing, they complimentary. I walk up in the building, they feel the positive energy. Haters, they gon' hate, but they not gon' finish me. I can't let them get to me. I can't let them get to me. Now I remember the old days shooting in the crate. Man, I'm feeling like I'm Shaq. I'ma move him out the paint. Man, we doing what it takes to put some food up on our plate. Ain't no way we giving up. Ain't no way we losing faith. Cause we knowing that God got us. Something going on, let's talk about it. Man, let's talk about it like grown men. If we stick together, man, I promise we gon' win. Eyes on the prize, man, I'm always on then. Studio session, walk it down, I be going in. Freestyling straight up at the top, don't need no pen. I'm better with no friends, I'm better by myself. We gon' make it to the top, man, only time will tell why they always playing with us. I told them don't poke the bear. OGs always give me game, I'm always soaking it in. You be hating in the chat, but you know you really a fan. Man, you going outside, hating on another man. Wow, shout out Showtime, ain't no birdie here the realest one. Why they over there chatting a fool like they Javelle or something? Wow, they tryna get my attention, I ain't gon' pay none. Wow, everybody put their hands in the air. If you don't like it, you can stand over there. Wow. Showtime, ready up, no time. We ain't playing both sides. No. Yeah, keep it real. Shout out, preach y'all. Go ahead and preach y'all. When you talk to us, you better think before you speak, y'all. Wow, you better think before you speak.
Priest, can you hear him?
No, I don't hear you yet. He'll be back. What's good, everybody?
Okay, hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, got you now, loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm loud and clear, huh? Yeah, I don't know what's that about. Man, make sure y'all, look, what's good, everybody, man? Good afternoon, all my people, bro. Man, I had to come up here and talk about this, man. A lot of people keep asking me about it. What's my opinion? Look, yesterday, me and Priest, Ron, we talked about it. It was like, man, where's Shedeur gonna go? All of a sudden, everybody had Shedeur Sanders dropping out of the first round. I thought it was just all talk, but to see Shedeur Sanders actually get dropped out of the first round just crazy to me. And I see certain people saying he's not a good quarterback. He's not a good quarterback, but Jaxson Dart is. Jaxson Dart is a first round pick, but the Shedeur Sanders not. It's kind of hard for me to take you serious. If you're sitting here saying Shedeur Sanders, okay, everybody had their own opinion, but look, if you look at what Shedeur Sanders did last year, Shedeur Sanders, at one point, a lot of people felt like he could have been a Heisman conversation. Am I wrong? I mean, that was a conversation that was had. I ain't heard nothing about no Jaxson Dart all year long, and he in the SEC. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just keep it real, bro. Maybe it has nothing to do with just talent. This just another example of these folks always trying to humble somebody that's an African American that's confident, bro. Like, just keep it real. Like, that's been going on. And it had nothing to do with just talent, bro. It got something to do with this bullshit that they got going on with Deion Sanders. They hate Deion Sanders. And you got dudes like this that's in the chat. Ben Smith, block his racist ass. Get his racist ass up out of here. What else, Smoke a lot? Hey, get that dude up out my chat, man. Man, I ain't finna sit here and argue with you bum ass niggas, man. I'll spit in your face in real life and beat your ass. Now, to ask somebody real life, when you call me that, what happened to them? Anyway, back to what I said. You telling me a guy that's thrown over 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, not a first round pick? Come on, bro. Like, make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. We're not gonna sit here and sugarcoat the whole situation. The man wasn't drafted because his last name Sanders, bro. Let's just be honest. If his name wasn't Sanders, y'all won't be feeling no kind of way about him. Y'all won't be pushing all these hit pieces about Shedeur Sanders. And then I'm listening to guys complain, oh, he's too flashy, he's a distraction. Bro, I've seen nothing but guys that was flashy last night. I mean, it's a new generation. All of these last 5 years, I see number flashing guys showing up to the draft class. I mean, what are we talking about? Man, bro, y'all do so hypocritical. But yet, Johnny Manziel was doing the money sign and showboating and all kind of stuff. Y'all had no problem with that, and he ain't even take his craft serious. He couldn't even work on his craft. Let's just show you how hypocritical these folks is. Johnny Manziel, they was cheerleading with the pom-poms every time Johnny Manziel do the money sign. And he had two of the best wide receivers in the league. And you saw what happened when he didn't have them wide receivers. Man, stop it. He wasn't fried by them executives. They still dropped the Johnny Manziel. This man, Shedeur Sanders, dropped out of the first round. And then you listen to these folks talking, they act like he not even worked up the second round pick. Come on, bro. I mean, I think that's bull crap, dog. Priest and Roger, what you guys say about this, huh?
It's crazy, man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I understand. I can even deal with him not being the first to even 10th pick, but not to be drafted in the first round? Make that make sense. This kid threw for almost 5,000 yards, threw for almost 30 touchdowns, only threw 10 interceptions. He had the best completion percentage in college football, the best QBR in college football. That means he basically was the best quarterback in college football. How does he not get drafted? At the beginning of the year, they had him in the Heisman race.
If his last name was Sanders, would we be talking about this?
No.
Would we be talking about him being flashy? And we would be saying, oh, he's not good and all this other stuff. We would be saying that. These folks criticizing him having his hat on backwards. That lets you know it's bull crap.
And Jaxson Dart had his hat on backwards at the combine. Nobody said a word. But
they ain't said a damn thing.
He got his hat on backwards.
People been doing that at the combine for years. Ain't got nothing to do with no damn hat.
Y'all criticize him ever had his hat on backwards, bro? Like, bro, y'all like this the first ever flashy quarterback. Like, come on, bro. You said y'all act like he went up drafted, dumbass. He was projected to be a top 5 pick, dumbass.
Yes.
How you go from a top 5 pick to not even a first pick? They out here saying you got unanimous GMs and executives saying he's not a good player. He's not a good quarterback. Then they say the same thing about Lamar Jackson. They wanted him to change his position. Come on, bro. They did the same thing with Jalen Hurts. But it's even worse with Shedeur because now they taking personal shots at the man. How y'all don't see that?
They taking personal shots at him. And
you boys that jealous?
And jokers don't understand when you're projected to be a top 5 pick and you fall out of the first round, that costs you tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, endorsement deals and all that.
Yeah, look,
this kid had.
I had my share of criticism for Shedeur. stand in the pocket too long, stuff like that. We all understand that. I want the Colorado to win before we start saying that they the best things in sliced bread. That's cool. But Shedeur Sanders is the goods, though. From an eye test perspective, you're not going to tell me Jaxson Dart is better than Shedeur Sanders.
And not to mention the fact that he played with the worst offensive line in the country.
Yes, he played the worst offensive line in the country. Now, tell me what did Jaxson Dart did so special for him to get drafted over Shedeur Sanders? These fools talking about he's a better runner. Oh, a better runner. Okay, all these other running quarterbacks over the years, y'all said that's all they do is run. They need to change position, but because he's a better runner.
He's more athletic. Bro. He's more athletic. Shedeur wasn't athletic enough. His arm wasn't strong enough. He held on.
Before, all you wanted was a pocket passer. Now he's a pocket passer. Now you want, man.
He ain't running enough. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Check this out, bro. Like, we gotta be honest, dog. We all see the play. I see the play, bro. Look, man, they hate Deion Sanders. They want Deion Sanders to fail. They wanted him to fail from the jump. They wanted Deion Sanders to not succeed Colorado. He proved everybody wrong. He got that program turned around. When he did something good, y'all didn't talk about it. When he did something bad, there was front page news. I mean, it's always a conversation when they lost or something, bro.
So
I'm not even a Colorado guy. I'm Alabama all day long.
And you saying that, what's the best way to get back at a person you don't like? That you ain't got nothing on and ain't got nothing, you can't say nothing else about them. Humble their kid.
Yeah.
Humble their kid.
And look, I have no problem with him not being drafted over Cam Wood. I know Cam Wood is special talent, bro. But to act like Shedeur Sanders, he's not good enough for to be drafted in the first round over Jaxson Dart. Come on, bro. Y'all know this, Cal.
Hey, man, I was listening to
nobody. I need it. Look, we're gonna open up the panel. I want to hear y'all come up in here and explain to me how Jaxson Dart it deserves to be drafted over Shedeur Sanders. Like, we're gonna have a real conversation. Because this don't make any sense.
You know, Mel Kiper is a guy who's been analyzing draft picks for about 30, 40 years. He had Shedeur as the 5th overall prospect in this draft, the first quarterback. So he goes from so that means he was over some of these receivers, over these offensive linemen, over all this stuff. So he go from that to not being taken within the first 32 picks. Absolutely nasty.
Yeah. And they say, and y'all say he's not good. Okay, what's so good about Jaxson Dart? Man, we acting like the NFL.
How is he not good, though?
Bro, look. We acting like the NFL haven't been wrong every single year. They're wrong every year.
I read off this kid's stats.
Tom Brady wasn't good either.
Average quarterbacks don't run off some type of stats in college football, bro.
He played in the NFL offense already. He already knows NFL terminology. All that stuff matters. But I guess not.
Hey, Kinfolk, how many times have Mel Kiper and these guys been wrong? These so-called experts, NFL draft experts. How many times have they been wrong about quarterbacks? For years.
Mel Kiper had him high.
I know Mel Kiper had. I'm just saying, like, overall, how many times these people
Mel Kiper was mad that he didn't even get drafted.
I know he did. I know he was mad. He was one of the few that spoke out.
He was mad.
Like, he said, man, look, y'all. He basically called them boys cowards for being unanimously. Everybody want to be unanimous. Man, put a name on it. Like, I agree with them. What he said, man, put a name on it. Because that's
anonymous. All these anonymous positions. Nobody want to say who said what. Come on, bro.
You talking about something he's not good? Okay, explain to me. This is what I want to do, bro. I'm gonna drop the link. Explain to me how Jaxson Dart is a better quarterback.
I want to hear this too. I want to hear it.
Huh?
Who keeps saying he's not good?
What's so special about Jaxson Dart? I watch Jaxson Dart. He played in the SEC. He's not that good. I'm not impressed by Jaxson Dart. It's nothing, bro. Nothing that special about Jaxson Dart. He played in the SEC, bro. Are you kidding me? Have you watched Jaxson Dart really play? Man, get out of here, bro.
But see, show that's the problem to a lot of people that don't matter. All they go by, he played in the SEC, so he got to be better than him.
Man, stop it. Man, that dude is not all that good. Yeah, I'm taking Shedeur over him. I'll give you Cam Ward. You want to say Cam Ward better? I got you. I ain't mad at that. Cam Ward's he a beast too. You say his IQ is low. Man, stop. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna drop the link, man. Y'all gonna come up here and prove me wrong, bro. Drop the link. I'll drop the link.
We cover every Colorado game, so I know for a fact.
Exactly.
We watched plenty Shedeur last year.
Stop.
I watched him when he played at Jackson State. I watched him when he played at Colorado the first year when they only won 4 games. I watched him all this year, well, all 2024. It ain't
and
nothing.
When they won 4 games, it wasn't because of him. The defense was giving up like 40 points a game.
Hey, bro, here's the crazy thing about it. Man. They're going to come over here, they're going to pretend like this ain't personal. It has nothing to do with nothing personal. It has nothing to do with his name being Deion Sanders. Okay, listen to how these folks talk about Shedeur Sanders. They've been waiting to get this. They've been waiting for this moment.
So pull up the facility and listen to what Chase Daniels said about him.
Chase Daniels. Okay.
He literally went off.
Hold on, let me get on my computer. I'll do it, sure.
Let's call a spade a spade. He's this. He's got an entourage. He's a distraction. He's not that good. Man, he went off.
Wait, who said that?
Chase Daniels on the facility, on the Fox Sports 1 show facility.
You talking about the guy with the glasses?
No. He's a white. He's the quarterback. He's a white dude on the facility with Acho and Shedeur McCoy.
Yo, show the Giants was better off drafting Shedeur than Jaxson Dart, man. I don't know what they was doing there, but
man, so explain to me how Jaxson Dart was worthy of being drafted over Shedeur Sanders. They did it on purpose, if you ask me. They did really trying to put in this man's face. I feel like all of them sticking together. They trying to shit on Shedeur same way they do any other confident African American male or woman. Man, let's just be honest, bro.
They gotta try to humble them every time.
They always do that, bro. Why y'all acting so crazy, bro? And don't come up here saving folks playing victim mentality, nigga. Fuck what you think. Well, this is the history proves that, bro. It's the same.
I mean, Shedeur.
Same shit with Angel Reese. Same shit with Shedeur Sanders. It's the same bullshit.
But show, I think
and you got cool ass dudes like Jay. He gonna come up in here.
Hey, hold on. Can I get some? Can I?
Exactly reason why he gonna end up just like Shannon Sharp. He gonna end up just like he gonna end up just like John the Major because he ain't learned his lesson.
I mean, what I was about to say is like, look, at the end of the day, Shedeur should have got drafted in the first round. I mean, you're right, he should have, but at the end of the day, he didn't get drafted because he's a little bit too arrogant. I mean, that's the truth about it. He does a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he needs to learn to just play the game. I think he just a little bit too flashy. He's a little bit too cocky. Like, at the end of the day, like, you don't need to do that. Like, your name should speak for itself. Like, you don't need to do all this talking, bro. Like, you Shedeur Sanders. Like, if you that guy, like, you don't need to be doing all this chatting. That's just the way I look at it.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Did he not show up and play football, bro? Did you not see his stats? 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and on 7% completion. Did he not play good football?
Showtime. I just said he's a good quarterback. That you're right. He's a good quarterback.
You just
not saying he's not.
Shut up and just you talking as if he's all talk and no play though. That's how you making it seem. See, I don't like.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
He's supposed to just shut up and play football.
Yeah, what you want him to do?
But I'm saying is, he's just a little bit too flashy, bro. Like,
is he not supposed to be cocky?
He's been that way his whole life.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not supposed to be cocky. You're supposed to be humble.
So you're not supposed to walk
play the game,
confident? What? Come on,
that
bro.
Even mean? You're supposed to be kill folk. Michael Jordan was had some kind of
Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan was
confidence,
respectful. He was respectful. He was respectful.
He was respectful.
Don't listen to him. Bro, don't listen to him.
Bro,
Even Kobe,
player, you have to be confident in yourself, bro.
I'm not saying
you know nothing about that, Jay. You still trying to jump out the front porch, remember? Remember that? You
why you gotta bring that stuff up, man? See, this is why I don't like coming on here. This why I don't like coming on here sometimes. Because y'all always bring that stuff up.
I don't care what you like. I don't like
so
that.
So you telling me if you get a job, right, you're not gonna be confident in your job?
Hold on, bro. I'm teaching this a lot. This a lesson to you, bro. This lesson to you. In order for you to be great, you gotta believe in yourself that you are great, bro.
I'm not saying you can't believe in it. So I never said that.
You don't think Tom Brady cocky? You don't think Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees and Joe Montana? You don't think they was cocky? They believe in themselves.
Look, all I'm saying.
If you don't believe in yourself, who gonna believe in your black ass? Who?
Well, God believes in me. That's all that matters, really. If I'm being honest.
You basically saying he supposed to change who he is just to please somebody else.
Y'all saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying last year he brought a lot of unwanted.
Okay, well, and what was Johnny Manziel?
Johnny Manziel was the cockiest nigga ever.
Johnny Manziel, what was
why
that?
Why are we bringing up Johnny Manziel? A draft bust. He was a bust.
Coon ass boy.
He was a bust. He's trash. Why are we bringing up Johnny Manziel?
That ain't my point. Did he not get dropped in the first round?
I mean, yeah, he did.
He did. Shut your.
But he was terrible. He was a bust. Show, come on, bro. Johnny Manziel was trash.
Okay, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter, Jay. You too. Hey, bro, I'm tired to see Jay. I swear on you. I already told you, bro. It's gonna happen to you. You gonna learn your lesson the hard way. You so caught up in that bullshit. You caught your mentality is all messed up, bro. Your mentality.
Why you saying my mentality is messed up?
You easy get bought and paid for, bro. We know that's bull crap, dog.
Come on, bro.
Because
all these other guys flashy too. They got it off for him because his name's Shedeur Sanders. His last name.
I'm saying,
I
look.
never see you this. If Archie Manning, if he come out there and do the same stuff, showboat, I'll be seeing him showboat too. His ass gonna get drafted first round. I don't care if he throw 50 interceptions and 20 touchdowns. He first round pick. Guaranteed.
I'm just saying last year Shedeur just brought some unwanted attention on himself that he didn't have to. Like there's some things that he did that he didn't have to do. Like not shaking that one dude's hand after the game, like always flashing.
Oh my God!
Always flashing his jewelry, like his watch on the field, bro. Like
man, we don't like Colorado State, man. Fuck Colorado State, bro. Come on, man.
There was some things that he didn't have to do last year, bro.
Man, come on, bro.
Okay, so when Johnny Manziel did all that bullshit he did, why he didn't get the same? Why did he say he's not worth the first round pick? He's too flashy. He's not that good because he had two of the best wide receivers in the league. Without the wide receiver, that boy is not all that, bro.
All right, first off, Baker Mayfield didn't do as much as Shedeur Sanders did. He didn't do it.
Baker was always.
He did it too.
Baker did way more.
He definitely did.
Way more. Baker had trouble with the police and everything. What are you talking about?
But it wasn't as bad as Johnny. It wasn't as bad as Johnny Manziel. Come on, man.
Stop it.
You can't compare Baker to Johnny. Like there's no
Baker
comparison.
had a video where he was running from the police.
I told you that.
What are you talking about?
Baker was wilding in college.
This man had a video where he was running from the police.
Look, he did, but you can't compare Baker to Johnny Manziel, bro. And we talking about Shedeur Sanders. Why y'all keep bringing up Baker and Johnny, bro? Johnny Manziel's a bust, and Baker all the way in Tampa Bay. Why are you even bringing it up?
It's a reference point. You talking about these guys who did more than Shedeur did, who got drafted in the first round. Baker being number 1 overall, and Shedeur falling out of the first round, costing him tens of millions of dollars. That's why you bring them up.
Y'all need to be mad at Shedeur Sanders for bringing unwanted attention on himself and doing things that he didn't have to do on the field.
They gonna say they Heisman.
Unwanted attention because he's a confident kid.
It was Heisman.
Right. Come on.
So basically, you won't see. you're so used to people telling you what to do and you fall in line with the shit. So you want every other black man,
come on,
every
man.
other man,
No.
you want
That's not
every
what
other
I'm
man
saying.
or woman. Yes, you do, because you came up here and said you don't like certain women. You already told me that. Now we really gonna go down that road?
But what is
for
this
real,
got to?
Snoop?
What is this
Oh,
got to
It
do
has
with
a lot
that
to do
though?
with that. It's your mentality, the way you think, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. It tells me a lot about you, Jay. I know. See, Jay,
Well, I don't.
I already know what you were gonna say before you said it.
But I mean, I don't. But so I don't gotta think like y'all though. I don't have to
Yeah,
think
I don't
like y'all
want
if
you
I
to
don't
think
want to.
like me, bro. We keeping 100 though. We can't act like this is all about football though, bro. It's more than just football though. You don't see the play. You don't believe that these folks didn't draft Shedeur Sanders in the first round just because of football. You really believe that?
Come on, bro. The top 5 NFL draft picks were black, bro. I mean, let's not make it about race,
That do
bro.
what I'm
It
talking
ain't got
about.
nothing to do with the
It
color.
didn't
Yeah,
have to do
Yeah,
with
no,
You
do
that.
it
missing
just
the
color,
whole
bro.
point, kid. You missing the whole point, man.
No, you missing the point, bro.
You missing the whole
Because
point, kid.
Shedeur Sanders brought unwanted attention on himself. That's why he didn't
What
get drafted
unwanted
in the
attention?
first round, bro.
What unwanted attention?
With all the extra
So you
showboating and
think it's
trash
something
talking that he
wrong
did
with a
last
certain
year?
confidence in yourself, bro? And you can
Number
back it up
No,
one,
too,
that's
bro? Come on, bro.
no,
number
that's not what
one,
I'm saying. Yes, he should.
he can't help the family he was born into. Number one. Number two, he did not showboat like that. He celebrated just like everybody does when they score, when they do these things. That's football. He does the
Exactly.
same thing that other players do. He does the same thing that other guys do.
Nothing,
Now,
no
the
different.
attention around the program was because of his father taking that program on and building them up. That's why
And
the
why do they
eyes.
hate Deion then? Why do they hate Deion so much then, Jay?
I mean, like with Deion, I mean, he was flashy and cocky too. I'm not saying he wasn't, but at the end of the day, I mean, he should have told Shedeur like to be better than him, in my opinion. Like he should have
Or was he
told
Why do they
Shedeur
hate?
that they
Oh
were going to
no, sir, no, sir. Why do they hate Deion Sanders so much? Why do the media hate him so much?
because he was flashy, cocky, and a little arrogant too.
Does that
Like I'm
make it
not gonna
right?
lie.
Does that make
No,
it
it
right?
no, it doesn't make it right. But like I
Okay.
said, so I think Deion should have told Shedeur about the stuff, and he
He
should have
don't have
told
to
him
tell
like
this.
maybe
Look, bro, how you gonna tell another man? First of all, some of you motherfuckers don't even have fathers in your life. So how when I'm gonna sit here and tell another man what to do with his kid? He's in his kid life. He put his kid on the main stage. He helping his kid be able to provide for himself.
mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
And it looks like he done a pretty goddamn good job with his kids.
Exactly, with all of them.
With all
What
his
you
kids.
Sure
So
talking
what are
did.
you talking about?
two of them in
I
college?
didn't say he didn't do a
Wait,
good job. I just said you should have told him how to do things differently. That's all I'm saying.
Do what different? Do what?
Be
Just like
himself.
fix his attitude like a little
Oh,
bit.
you want him
Attitude?
What
What? Come
attitude?
on, man.
Oh, you want him to be a bootlicker? That's what
What
you telling me?
attitude?
Who is
You want me
talking
to be a
about?
Shedeur hasn't gotten in
Who is
any
talking
trouble
about
off
being a
the
bootleg?
field. Shedeur hasn't
That's
gotten
what
in any problems off the field. Shedeur has been a
exactly.
model player
Right.
/ citizen. They ain't have to worry about anything with Shedeur.
If I was a homie at Shedeur, I'd be like, hey, you don't need to do all this showboating. You don't need to do all this talking.
Nah, come
Like I
on, bro.
said, but your
Come on.
name should speak.
Come on.
Your
Stop
name should speak
lying.
for itself. Your name should
Stop
speak for
lying,
itself.
bro.
He don't need to do all this
Stop
talking, bro.
capping, man.
Jay,
He needs to just
He
play football,
capping,
bro.
he
He should just he just need to play football, bro. Like be a good
Shedeur the
quarterback.
only Shedeur the only he's the only quarterback that showboats.
No,
I'm not saying he's the only quarterback that showboats, but he did way more than showboating last year. Like he went
How?
over the top.
what did he
Like
do?
What did he do
like
that way
like
more?
What?
some things he went over the line with last
Like
year.
what?
What
Like
did he
what?
go over the
Like
line
what?
with?
Like I feel like being a bad sport, like not shaking the dude's hands, like always
Bro,
He
showing
okay,
off his
hold on, show.
athleticism.
Hold on, show.
Hold up. He
Hold
didn't
on.
shake that dude's hand because of the stuff he said about him on social media. That's
And the
why he
Right,
stuff
didn't
he
shake
said
his
about
right,
hand.
his father.
About his father
right.
and about him. That's why he
All
didn't
right,
shake his hand. If you gonna say something like that, get your facts right.
apologized, but he
It don't
apologized
matter.
after the game.
It don't
He was a
matter.
man and he apologized after the
It
game
don't
Okay,
for
but
it,
you
did he
don't have to
not?
accept nobody apology, Jay. You don't have to accept nobody apology. Just because if I disrespect you and your father and then I apologize, you don't have to accept my apology.
Right.
You gotta
But
get
as a
some
bigger
facts
man,
right.
he should
Saying,
have
bro.
just
Nah,
shook his
ain't no
hand,
bigger
man.
man. Oh, bro, that's my
No, bro.
God-given right. I don't have to accept your apology. There's nowhere in the rule where I say I have to accept your apology, bro.
Look, I understand, but these are things that organizations are watching, bro. Like they're
Man, get
watching every
out of here,
move,
bro.
bro.
No, they're not,
Was they
bro.
watching Johnny Manziel on coke in the club,
Johnny, why
rolling
you
up
keep bringing up
dollars?
Johnny, man? That dude is a bust. He's a bum, bro. Why you keep bringing up
That's
Johnny
beside the
Manziel?
point, though. That didn't stop anybody else. Baker
Dude
Mayfield,
he
these guys, they
barely
Like I
played.
said,
Johnny
but
Manziel
like
barely
I
played for
said,
the Browns.
Crazy.
Like I said, Baker
He was a
Mayfield got
third
drafted
string.
first pick, and he was caught on video running from the police. That didn't stop them from drafting him.
Right.
Okay,
Why
but
didn't they talk about
Baker did not do as much as Johnny Manziel did. You can't compare
Oh,
the
come
two.
on,
They
man.
weren't
That's not the
comparable,
point.
bro.
Oh, this kid, man. Who is this kid?
Jay.
You can't compare the two, bro.
See, this is why I called Jay out on his.
It kind of seemed like you're just trying to be a contrarian, Jay.
Jay
This
just
is
want to
why
go
I
against the
call
grain,
him out
man.
on his hey, priest. This is exactly why I call him out on his bull crap, because his mentality is all messed up. He's going to end up, and I'm telling you know what I'm talking about. You keep thinking like that, bro. It's way deeper than what you think. Your mind, you got to change your mind frame, bro.
Bro, why do y'all want me to change my mind so much, bro? Do y'all even know what my mind even is?
Right. You know, bro, because bro, see, I ain't gonna see, we on YouTube right now. See, I'm bro. You don't understand, bro. Like, all right. I warned you, bro. You gonna find out the hard way, dog. You want everybody to see.
You don't let nobody, I don't care who they are, dictate how you run your life, how you run your life, how you live your
Especially when
life.
you're not doing nothing wrong.
When you're not doing nothing wrong, you don't let nobody dictate how you live your life.
I'm not trying to tell him
You
how
gonna
you
try
live your
to
life.
That's
you gonna try to
that's
change
why
your
all
homie because he
the
confident, bro?
that's
Come
why
on,
all
man.
the stuff is
I'm just
fabricated.
I'm just saying some things he should have just toned down last year, and he should have just did a
That
little
kid
bit
wasn't
better.
doing
That's
nothing
what I'm
but
saying,
being
bro.
a college
Right, he wasn't
kid
doing
in
nothing,
college
bro.
football, celebrating when his team was winning and doing good, like
Ain't got
any
no
other
trouble with
college
no
player.
females, nothing. He was just in school doing what he was supposed to do.
Yo,
That's
Jay,
What
I
fine.
he
live in
celebrated
Colorado,
Y'all are
last
bro.
not
year.
We was
y'all are not
trash
getting what I'm
before
saying, bro.
Sanders came here. And
But what,
Deion, bro. We was
bro,
trash.
but you act like you talking as, see, that's what I don't be liking about y'all. Do y'all be so disingenuous, bro? I can't. It's hard to have a real conversation with people
So
these
you
days.
basically telling you basically saying
They be
what the
so fake.
executives have you basically saying what the executives have absolutely done to him. You basically saying he needs to humble himself. So the executives say he ain't humbling himself. We gonna humble him for him. We gonna humble himself for him. That's basically what you saying. He just needed to humble himself.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I'm just saying he should let
No.
his last
Basically,
name.
what you saying is what the executives have done. We gonna humble him since he won't humble himself. That's basically what you saying.
Well, first of all, he needs to humble himself, bro. That's what he needs to
Did
do.
I
Oh
just
my
not say
Why does
that?
he need
Nobody
to
can
be
humble
humble?
him. Nobody can humble him for him, bro. He
So
has to
what do you
humble
want
himself.
him to do? Okay, what do you want him to do? Be fake? Be phony? Be something that he's not? That's what you want him to do?
Because that's
If
basically what you're
Shedeur
asking him to do.
Look, if Shedeur thinks he's a great quarterback and that he's worthy of being in the NFL, then his name should speak for itself. He don't need to do all this talking and all this
What?
The
extra stuff, bro.
numbers say he's a great quarterback and he should be in the
I don't
NFL.
understand it.
Exactly. If the
God.
numbers are saying it, then he don't need to say anything, bro.
Who doesn't say
He's
anything?
not saying
After
that, bro.
every game, they have a press conference, right?
That's my issue. That's why I don't like Drake, bro, because he do too much talking, bro. Like you Drake,
What
like
Drake
your
got to
name
do
should
with
speak for
football,
itself.
bro? Come on, man. We talking football, bro.
And what does Johnny Manziel and Baker
Come
got to
on,
do with
So
man.
Shedeur
pretty much,
Sanders?
you don't like for anybody that's successful to
That's
say
what it
they're
is.
successful.
That's what
You
it
just
is,
want them
bro.
to just be quiet and just be humble. You just don't want nobody to say
Right,
nothing.
right. So
That's
you telling me
No,
if
that's
you
not.
should do a homie, bro, you're not gonna boost his confidence? Tell him that you the
What I'm
man,
hearing
bro.
from you is
It's a deeper issue with Jay. I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to watch my
to
mouth.
me,
It's a deeper issue
you
with him.
sound like somebody. You to me now, if y'all want to use the word, you sound like a hater when you sound like saying stuff like that.
He
He
You
just
sound like
need.
a hater, bro.
How am I hating? How am I hating Shedeur Sanders?
How
I
you gonna tell
wanted.
that man he need to humble himself and
Matter of
stop
fact,
being cocky?
to be real, I wanted him to get drafted by my Steelers. I was hoping he would get drafted the 21st on 21. I was hoping he would get drafted. So I'm not hating on him. All I'm saying is there was things last year that he could have handled differently, and I think his homies and the people that was close to him should have told him. That's all I'm saying, man.
How the thing different?
What homie?
Is he
He
part of
didn't
a
hang
gang?
around nobody but his family most of the time.
You acting like he hanging out with y'all
Is he part
friends,
of a
bro.
gang? Is he part of?
Right.
Has he done any kind of crimes? What are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about showboating and being flashy.
Bro,
Who
all
doesn't
these guys
celebrate
showboat
in
flash.
football?
Sauce Walker, bro. Hold on, bro. Sauce Walker. What's Sauce Gardner? Sauce Gardner walking around here with diamonds in his mouth, with a diamond chain and a rollie on his wrist. They don't get more flashing than that. They
And
all
guess what?
flashing, bro.
His play on the field backed it
Lamar
up.
Jackson. He flashing. Bro, this is the new generation.
His
What are
play
you
on the
talking
field
about?
backed it up though. Both of their plays backed
And
it
so
up.
did Shedeur
Look at Jalen Hurts. You saw them big ass chain he had on at the press conference.
Okay, but Jalen.
So wait, whoa. So you saying that Shedeur's play on the field don't say he should be doing that? You just said his play back it up on the field. So Shedeur play don't back it up?
His play
Don't back up
does.
his cockiness?
His play does back up, but that still don't give you the right to be cocky, bro. Like
Man,
Jalen Hurts is not cocky. I mean,
He
Patrick
changed
Mahomes is not cocky.
franchise, man. He changed
Lamar
his
Jackson. I
franchise.
mean, look at Lamar Jackson. Like he's not
What makes
cocky.
him
Like he
cocky,
just
though?
the game
And this
comes
is why
to
you
him, bro.
talking.
What makes
Lamar
him
Jackson
cocky,
was
though?
in the same boat. Why do you think Lamar Jackson slid all the way to the end of the round?
What makes
Lamar-
him cocky though, Jay?
No, why did he slide? He got picked up in the first round because they wanted to pick up his option. He was going to be a second round pick. They picked him up in the fifth round. Picked him up at the end of the draft.
Almost doesn't count. He still got drafted the first round.
I'm stating facts. He got picked up because they wanted his fifth option. Other than that, he would have been a second round pick. Why did they pick him up? Why did he slide?
Lamar Jackson was humble. All right, he didn't do all this trash
What do you mean?
talking.
He was the same person. Like, okay,
What?
I hear you. Don't worry about it.
I watched Lamar in Louisville, bro. Like he
So
was
he
humble.
wasn't
No,
Like,
you
he was
did
cool.
not. Come on.
Lamar
You
used to
got
be
it.
popping it on them niggas when he was in college.
Lamar's the same
Winning
player he
Heisman.
was when he was in college, if not better now. What are you talking about?
Lamar was really popping it on him.
Look, I'm just saying when it comes to
Way worse
Shedeur, like
than
he got
Shedeur.
he got dropped second because the things he did last year, bro. That's what I'm saying.
What did he do?
They don't want all that
That's
stuff.
what I'm trying to find out.
They don't want all
I
that
mean,
Hollywood, all that showboating stuff to be in their
Hollywood.
organization.
Hold on. Did you know that he did throw to the best prospect in the world? Did you know that, right? He made him. He made him good. He did. Besides
Yes.
the defensive part. On the offensive part, he made him good. He had to get the ball to him.
That's why he was the one throwing on the ball on his pro day.
Yeah.
It's cool. He don't understand. He just talking.
Hey,
He can't help it because he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. The kid grew up, he was born rich. What you want him to do? He been like that his whole life.
So
Why?
was Johnny
everybody.
Manziel. I can
But-
bring him up for every point that is made.
But
Johnny Manziel
again,
was born in the oil money, so he was born rich too.
Everybody
Yeah.
cocky. Everybody cocky, bro.
No, again, not everybody is cocky,
Yes,
bro.
yes, he
Not
is. Okay, let me tell you
Not
this.
everybody is cocky.
Drew Brees
That's
was
what
on his
sells. Cockiness, man. That's
Hey,
what sells.
So let me hear from before I go to this new member up here, Trend. Tyson, what you got on the just a second, home. Tyson, what you got?
I agree with most of the panel. 90%. Only thing I will say, I didn't really like the way he handled his pre-draft stuff. Like he did come in with an air of like, I don't want to say cocky because a lot of people are cocky. That's fine, but it almost seemed like he kind of towards certain executives from what the reports are, and I don't know if the reports are true or not. I'm just going by the reports that he came in uninterested. You know what I'm saying? And didn't show that desire. Like, I want to work and I want to get better. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like a lot of quarterbacks come in saying. So there was like, he seemed uninterested. He seemed like, just this what you see is what you get type of attitude, and not like wanting to, yeah, I want to come in, play for you guys, work with you guys, blah, blah, blah. So that's the only knock I got on Shedeur. That's the only knock. All the other stuff, There's a lot of race baiting. There's a lot of shit that's, the underlying, old heads of the game saying we don't want a quarterback that's flashy. We don't want this. We want a head down grind guy like that. That's just narrative. I do think he handled the pre-draft process a little too lax. I'll say that.
No, right. Okay. Now shout out to my boy Max B in the super chat. He said, "What up, show? You on demon time again?" Question mark. Shout out to Oak Town Trap House. He said Lamar equals humble, Sanders equals cocky, both confident. Shout out what up, Trent?
What up? Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What you got on top, man?
I'm a Ravens fan, bro. And the year when we drafted Lamar Jackson, there was hoopla saying, "Oh, he's gonna be a receiver." I forgot the one executive, Bill Polian, saying that he wanted him to play receiver.
Right.
So honestly, I feel like it's mostly just these executives just putting stuff out there before the draft to lower those players' stock value to get them to their teams sometimes. But for Shedeur's case, he's one of those quarterbacks where he's a good pocket passer, but I wouldn't say he's the best athlete. But I see him as like a Justin Herbert type, where he has the ability to run out of the pocket. Not as good as Justin Herbert, but a good thrower of the football like Drew Brees. So he's a good prospect. I just don't get all this hoopla and holler about how he's, disrespectful, because the kid ain't do nothing. You ain't seen no wild news about him just being disrespectful. You don't see any type of criminal activities. Like he's just a good kid, just overconfident. I hate to say it, but when they see black men who are usually overconfident, they get threatened. That's my take.
But and that's not Kinfolk. It's not. Look, they can't say it's not though. It's history shows that. We got too much proof behind it. But Jay don't understand though. Jay is he wants to go the Michael Jackson route. He would rather bleach his skin because he hate to look at this.
So come on, man. That's childish. That's childish, man.
I got a question for Jay. My question for Jay is, how would you feel if Archie Manning did the same stuff that Shedeur doing right now? How would you feel? Are you going to keep the same energy, or are you just going to? Well, he's overconfident, and has the same type of season as Shedeur. What's your opinion on that, Jay? Because I'm interested to hear that.
Trent, before you go, don't you know? Look, they already said Archie Manning already saying he don't want to play for West Coast teams on the West Coast. He already saying that. Go ahead though. Go ahead though.
We have history of.
Look,
we're going to a position where Archie's gonna go. So it's just like when people say it's not a race thing, it's just like Deion is a good father and a good coach. He just wants the best for his son to go play for. But if the Mannings does it, everyone's not gonna.
You're making it about race. Nobody's making it about race. You're making it about.
Kind of is. You want to keep it a buck.
No, that's what you thinking. You spewing that narrative. I'm not making it about that. You spewing that narrative.
You're getting mad about prime time.
You spewing that narrative, bro.
But once Archie draft stock goes up, and once it's his time, you're not going to say nothing about it, Jay. Let's keep it a buck.
No, you're lying. You're lying because if he does do this stuff, I'm gonna criticize him too. The same way I criticized Johnny and I criticized Baker. But at the end of the day, I'm saying for Shedeur is that he doesn't have to do this. He should let his last name speak for itself. That's all I'm saying.
But he has though, because his Colorado, you don't get Colorado was a 1-11 football team. A 1-11, the worst football team in college football. The fact that they came from a HBCU and turned that team into a bowl team in less than 2 years is unheard of. It takes talent to do that type of stuff.
Bro, it's a.
Well, then he need to be less. Then he need to be less flashy, then, and less cocky.
There's nothing to be less. You have prospects yesterday having gold chains, my guy. Do they need to be less flashy? Like you're picking and choosing who to criticize.
We talking about
You're
on the
picking
field,
and
bro.
choosing, Jay.
We
I'm
talking
sorry.
about on the field. We talking about on the
You're
field,
being
bro.
biased, Jay. You're being biased, and it shows. Like you're picking and choosing.
No, you're being biased.
and
You're
what's
being
good
biased
for you.
about Shedeur Sanders. You're being biased.
You're picking
bro.
and choosing because we see Jaxson
You're
Dart having
being
his
biased.
chain, having his gold. You're not saying nothing about that.
But we're talking about Shedeur Sanders, though. We're not talking about that.
Why
he didn't get drafted in the first round.
The point is there are a lot of
Hold
players
on real
in
quick,
college
Roderick.
football.
Real quick. Let me say one thing real quick. And one thing that y'all people or Jay in particular is leaving out. These players have brands now with the NIL deals. They are selling their likeness as well. So it's not like it was before. These players with these big names have brands now, even in college. So these players are not going to just sit there and be boring when they're trying to make millions of dollars. You think Nike is going to sign a boring athlete? No. So these players have. That's why you see Shedeur on Gatorade and on all these things. But nobody says anything about the other college athletes that do the same thing, like Cooper Flag and all these people. They just want to pick out Shedeur Sanders, and that's bullshit.
No, Shedeur brought it on himself. That's what the problem is. He brought it on himself. He did things he didn't have to do.
It ain't got nothing to do with his last name being Sanders.
There's a lot of people who don't.
His father bought some things on himself too. But if we're talking about last year, Shedeur
hold on, time out. What did he do? What did he bring on this hill?
He bought a lot on. He bought a lot on.
He brought it on himself. Brought what on himself?
They just hate his dad. That's it, bro.
He bought a lot on himself. But I was saying this, Shedeur last year.
No. Don't say something. Just move on. What did he bring on himself?
Give us reasons. Legit reasons. Not that he got up on himself.
Always feeling the need to like react and always try to like snap back to the media. You know what I'm saying? And just doing too much, bringing celebrities on the sideline for football games in Colorado, bro. Like you didn't need to.
Stop
like
it,
having
bro.
having Lil Wayne and all these stars on the sideline, bro.
Texas got all kind of celebrities on the sideline. Matthew McConaughey and all these. What are you talking about, bro?
No, they don't be on the sideline. They don't be on the sideline.
They do be on the sideline.
They don't be on the sideline.
Yes, they do be on the sideline.
Every week,
everybody be on the sideline at their game.
Every week for Colorado.
Oh wow!
2 years ago, he would have a different celebrity on the sideline, bro. Like
you know how many celebrities be on the sideline at USC games, bro?
We're not talking about USC. We talking about Colorado.
But you give that's a double standard.
You talk right. You talking. You double talking, kid.
No, y'all changing. Y'all deflecting. Y'all just deflecting, bro. I'm trying to stay to Colorado.
How we deflecting when you sit up here?
Because y'all keep on bringing USC. USC. I'm talking about Colorado.
No, you saying they have celebrities on the game at the game on the sideline, and that's a knock. We saying a lot of colleges have that.
But the point is,
they opened the game at Colorado when everybody in the world showed up. Was that on? That's before he even touched the field, even played for Colorado. When everybody showed up, was that Shedeur fault?
No, that's Deion. That's Deion fault, but that ain't Shedeur fault. That's Deion fault.
All they did was just follow, just keep coming every other week.
They should have told them to sit somewhere else. Don't sit on the sideline. Deion the one who probably invited them to the sideline.
Hold on, Jay. Do you know how much money Deion brought to that program?
Yes, I know he brought a lot of money, but that still don't mean he should invite celebrities on the sideline, bro, to be a distraction for the kids.
What is?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
about it.
Who is this, man?
He just a little confused, so it's just there, bro.
No, I'm not confused. I'm stating my opinion. I'm stating my facts.
Yeah, but you can't have an opinion when other colleges do the same thing and not call them out for what they doing.
But I'm not talking about other colleges. I'm talking about Colorado.
We talking about why Shedeur wasn't the first round pick, and you bringing up celebrities on the sideline. But the other colleges had the same thing and had first round picks. So tell me how our first round pick is stopping Shedeur from being a first round pick.
I'm an LSU
Shedeur Sanders is making.
What is he talking about?
Shedeur Sanders is making himself not be a first round pick.
Hold on, Jay. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand where he's coming from because there's always a celebrity on the sideline at an LSU game. I mean, no matter the sport. So Why is that a knock on Shedeur? I'm trying to understand where this guy is coming from.
No, Showtime brought up Deion. I was saying some Deion. I criticized him because he was the one inviting like 100
Why
celebrities
should
on the
that even be a
sideline, bro.
knock against Deion?
But
Every other program
why
does
would
that.
that be a knock on the coach when every other coach does the same thing?
Come back up,
Because
D-Bird.
it's a distraction. It's a distraction.
But
It
it's
was a
not
Distraction to
distraction for the
who?
players, bro.
Y'all gotta ignore
To the
Big, bro.
Colorado players,
he
bro.
he he
What?
he'll
So you
he
saying they
did.
didn't perform because they had celebrities on the sideline?
Exactly. It was all
But they
Deion
did
Sanders' fault.
perform.
They didn't perform,
Shedeur
bro.
was
They won 9 games and went to a bowl game. What are you talking about? They didn't perform.
Let
Let
me
me
tell
ask
you.
Jay.
But
Let
they
me ask
performed. They
you.
Let me
performed
tell you
good.
Let
They
me
what
ask
this
you
performed.
a
is, y'all.
question.
Let me tell y'all what this is. Bottom line, this young man doesn't like Deion Sanders and Shedeur. That's all this is about. If you don't like cockiness, then you should start watching a different game than football because there's been a lot of cocky football players that went the first round.
You should start watching sports, period, if you don't like cockiness.
For real.
Hey,
I'm not
No,
understanding.
that's
I'm
not.
not
hey,
understanding the argument as it
Crazy.
is in regards to being
No,
cocky
you're
or
not. You're
having
not
celebrities.
choosing.
Obviously, you don't play
Y'all
sports.
but
y'all on here in the panel is choosing not to understand, bro. Y'all don't.
Obviously, do
Y'all
you
how
play? Let
deciding
me
what
ask
No,
you
y'all
a
wait,
want
wait,
to
wait,
question.
hear,
wait.
Do
bro.
Can
you
I just
play
say something?
sports?
Can I say something? Because I actually have
Go
a
ahead.
similar experience to this. It's
Go ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, my name Amon Ra, just to let you know, like some guy. But anyway, like when I started working, because I started working in finance, right? And I'm gonna just be honest, they gonna treat people that look a similar way different. I'm just saying, like, see how Baker Mayfield, he came in like the G. He was talking all types of shit to the media, and then like see the door, kind of doing the same thing. But you
Your mic
understand that
messing
these
up.
people
Your mic
too
messing
yeah,
up.
your mic going in and out,
for
bro.
real.
You gotta fix that African black.
Yeah.
Said, bro.
I know where he was going because I know where he's going with that. Because Baker Mayfield did talk crazy to the media all the time,
but
all the
all
time.
but all quarterbacks do this. Did y'all know the year that Patty Mahomes came out, they said that they was gonna draft Patty Mahomes. The Saints told Drew Brees that, and Drew Brees said he didn't care. He gonna sit behind us like everybody else. That's cocky. He said he better than him. Now look at him. That's the second best quarterback in the world. The second best quarterback. We talking about Patrick Mahomes. Drew Brees said this about him. That's what I'm saying. You cocky don't have nothing to do with it, bro. I think you just don't like Shedeur.
Yeah,
That's it, bro.
Bro, it's a mixture. Let's just be
yeah,
honest. It's a mixture of
it's
different.
something bigger.
But a lot of it has something to do with. Look, most of this, bro. I'm saying it right now. 85% of this, the hatred towards, and y'all gonna say it's not hatred, bro. It's hatred, bro. It's bias, hatred towards Shedeur. A lot of it has something to do with his daddy being Deion Sanders, bro. Number one. And then number two, we know what it is, bro. Come on. We don't have to speak on it. Y'all know what time it is. You know a cat when you see a cat.
It's true
bro.
because my quarterback had one of the most amazing quarterback season of all time, and niggas still and motherfuckers still saying that he's still a running back. People are still saying he's a running back.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's hatred.
Right.
No,
But
they on
Lamar
him because of the
Jackson,
playoff
but
performances
Lamar
too, though,
Jackson
bro.
proved.
Let's not
No,
absolve him on the playoff performances, bro.
Yeah, but
no,
he's
I'm
not
not
a running back
that.
though.
But to say
That's
that he's
beside the
still a
point,
running
though.
back after that season is
But
just like,
how? All right, so let me ask y'all a question then. How did Jaxson Dart get drafted? Why did he get? Is he worth the first round pick?
they're saying that he has the tools of Josh Allen.
I heard that and I almost threw up on myself. The Joker mentioned Josh Allen with that bump. That dude, never mind.
Yeah, that Josh Allen comparison was crazy.
What and what
But
game
they
he
do that all the
started
time, though. In fairness,
to be Josh Allen? What two?
the
His
arm strength.
Oh, does not have Josh Allen arm. Stop that.
I
He
agree. I'm
don't.
just saying
I
they
think they
they
just
they
talk
they
about his
gas it all the
stature.
time. That's
Because you know
clickbait.
why,
That's
but the crazy thing is, typically that you hear that early in the draft process when the players compare like that. I didn't hear that till last night.
yeah.
But the
He
cr-
he he was he was just pulling one out his ass on that
but the
one.
crazy part is Josh Allen was not that until he got on the field and played NFL football. He was not that before. Go look at his drafts. Everything about him in the draft. They was not talking like
Don't
that
get me
about
started on
drafting
him.
him.
I don't think he should have won MVP, but that's just near here and there. That's a
But
conversation
it
for.
is what it is. That's all I'm
But go ahead.
saying. His talent on the field. That's all
But
that
but,
should
but
matter.
that's side the point. It should have been Lamar Jackson, but that's side the point.
Well,
Anyway,
whatever.
I got a
you
question. I got a question real quick.
go
Do
ahead.
y'all think, and to the point I made earlier, do y'all think if Shedeur would have handled his draft process better, do you think he potentially,
No,
besides the Deion, hey, I'm not saying that's not a part of it. Again, I do believe that's a part of it. But do you
No, because what
believe
he
if he
do?
handled his draft process better, he would have been a first round
no,
pick?
I don't believe that.
Do
Nah.
you want to
I
know
don't
my
believe that.
honest opinion?
What did he do?
Mm-mm.
My honest opinion is I don't think it would have mattered either way, but by not doing it, he gave them a reason to have
100%.
not go right. I don't think it would have mattered either way, but not doing it made it so I can just say, look,
Yeah,
you didn't
because you
show
know
up
a
for
lot
this,
of
this,
a lot,
this, and this.
exactly because a lot of them was mad because he didn't do nothing in the combine. They was all that's what they all talked about. They was mad
But
Mhm.
about
when
that.
Eli Manning does the same thing and still is talked about as the number one overall pick, that's why that don't fly with me. Because
Right.
Eli Manning told teams he not gonna play for them before the draft. He only worked out for specific teams. He only did this, that, and the third, but he still was talked about as the number one overall pick.
But
So that don't even work for me.
but you know the playing field don't always be level for
No,
that.
the playing field's not level. I agree with that. It was just a question because
No, I get the question,
we seen teams,
you
but
know what I mean? It
despite
just
a player's history, a player's off the field stuff, they look past a lot of those things, whether the player's black, white, uh, whatever. If they feel that player is going to really make their team better, we seen organizations look past all that stuff. But that you think they hate for Deion is that strong where they would sacrifice improving their team just to
mm,
prove a point
I'm not
to
gonna say
Deion
that.
and Shedeur.
I'm
That's
not gonna
my
say that, but they can't get over on Shador because his dad is Dion. Like
Yeah.
if you got a dad like so, even a guy like me, I don't know about NFL like that as far as the inner workings.
right.
So if my son was getting drafted, they'd say, "Oh, well, they told me this, that, and the third," and I might go along with it. But you can't do that with Shador, not at all.
What you mean?
So with the
I'm saying if
contract
Shedeur is going to help
situations,
the
with everything,
organization, why wouldn't they look past some of those things if they really felt that?
because
If
Shador is
they
you
really feel
can't
he's
really, I think you can't really control him,
a number
and a
one
lot
pick
of people,
talent,
and I think
like
I
you know what I'm
think he
saying?
was the best quarterback. Yeah. So
So I'm saying if they
I don't
really
know.
feel that, we done seen them look past off field discretion or digressions or whatever, and all those things to draft somebody as a number one quarterback, whatever you know what I'm saying, rape, allegate, whatever it may be, and players have still been drafted in the first round. Why does Shedeur just being Deion Sanders' son knock him out of the first round if you feel he's the best quarterback and can really help an NFL organization?
Well, from what all the executives said, they said he's not nothing. He's nothing special. They don't see nothing special about him. He's not. He doesn't have a strong arm. He's not
Right.
athletic enough. He's slow. This is why they didn't draft him.
Do you feel that's true? Is there some truth to that?
He's not the strongest arm in the draft, but I feel like as far as quarterback traits, I feel like his traits are the best.
He's more
Right.
Anticipation,
pro ready.
throwing from the
And he proved that with the numbers. He had the best quarterback numbers in football, in college football.
No, I'm not disagreeing with none of that. That's clear. That's undebatable. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? The numbers are
But
the
honestly,
numbers.
but you know what also is going on, guys? Because Shedeur Sanders has been under his dad since because I've watched him since high school. He's been under his dad since high school. These executives don't feel like they can get the real story about him because his they feel his dad is not going to tell them if he was a bad teammate or anything like that. So right now they feeling like Deion Sanders has control over the whole narrative of his son, and they don't know if they believe what Deion Sanders is telling them because he's been his coach this whole time.
they ain't got
So
nothing to do. If a player get in any issues off the field, you know about it.
facts.
You know
I
about
get what you're saying,
everything.
but I'm talking about in the locker room. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? You know
Man,
they
But I
get in,
mean, but
trust
they
me.
get
If
into that.
anything,
Try.
my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Finish
I
up.
was just saying sometimes they feel like, okay, Deion Sanders got all these guys just saying he a great teammate, he a great leader, and all this stuff. And this might not be the true thing. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to come into their brains because right now Deion Sanders has controlled this whole thing for his son, and there's not been outside voices that they can lean on to actually get what they call the real story. So they think there's a smoking gun, I think, behind him,
But
which
what
we
about
don't believe
Shermer?
there is. But
What about Shermer, Pat Shermer, who was his offensive coordinator, who was an NFL head coach?
I agree with you. I'm just saying, to me, I've heard that narrative too. That we don't know what's really going on in
And
the locker
Deion
room.
didn't
His
play
dad
that.
is there.
And Deion didn't play that with Shedeur because I've watched games when he was at Jackson State. If he did something stupid or anything,
He
He
benched
he
him.
got on.
cussed them out. He took
Oh
him out the
yeah.
game and everything as if he was like he wasn't his son. He
We
didn't
can't
care.
act like he don't hold Shedeur accountable. We seen with our own eyes. So I
I've
mean,
But
seen
that's
him
let
hold his son accountable for when he do dumb shit.
Yeah.
let's be serious. The fucking tape proves everything. It's on the field.
Exactly.
He has to go and execute. Dion can't do nothing for him, bro. He can't do
right.
nothing for him when he on that field. He can't make
Right.
decisions for him. He can't say, "Hey, throw the ball here." He had to do it himself. He had the best numbers in
And
college.
he had the best numbers in college football last year.
And his tape was
That's what
better
I'm
than
saying,
Cam
son.
Ward's,
It's
and
just
his tape was better
it's
than
just different.
Jaxson
It's just
Dart's.
different cases
I
for
think
So
different
I
people,
I
man.
I
let me
think.
ask y'all a question. Let
Oh,
me
go
ask y'all
ahead,
a
sir.
question. Everybody a question though. Do y'all believe Cam Ward the best quarterback in the draft? Y'all think Shedeur better than him?
Cam, he got better
He got
overall.
better. Right.
Yeah, he got.
Better
What is it?
intangibles.
Yeah,
It's
better
not about
attributes.
what's on the field, like his intangible. He got better intangibles. That's what I can say.
Yeah, he
No,
got
I
better
think
No,
on the
I
intangibles.
field
think he
too.
got
He
better
chose
attributes.
better
Like he got
tools.
better
I think he
tools.
got picked over
Yeah.
Shedeur simply because he's better athletically and he has a
He's
strong
a
Yeah,
arm.
he
better
got better
athlete. That's
Well,
tools.
what I
that's
would
and I
say.
think
But
that's
Yeah,
what a lot
yeah,
of
Shedeur
better
is a
athlete.
Yeah.
and that's what
better
I'm saying.
as
And that's
far as
what
the
I'm saying.
intangibles go.
Shador is not a to me he's not a can't miss talent because I think they would look past all that if they feel he was a can't miss type
And
of
I agree
talent.
with you because that's what a lot of people were saying, even on TV and stuff. Like they're like,
Hmm.
he's like all executives look like he's somebody that it ain't nobody that something they ain't never seen before when it
Right?
comes to
Like,
Right.
and
look.
that's
So
what they were saying. It's like
If you
we
want,
done
I'm
seen
not
it
even
before. Ain't
saying.
nothing
Look, I'm
special
not
about
even
him.
saying he's gonna be league MVP. I'm just saying, look, if you put him in a system, who knows though? Who knows?
Facts.
I mean,
Hmm.
I
you
wouldn't
put
be
him in the
right.
right
surprised if
team,
Shador turned out
Well,
to
honestly,
be.
but to
that's what
pretend
I'm saying.
like, but to
Mhm.
pretend like, see, this is what I don't like. I don't like what they saying about him. They trying to act like
Right.
he has no talent at all. Like the
Yeah,
way
no,
they
I don't agree
talking,
with that.
they talking as if he doesn't even
Yeah,
belong in the league.
this is the way
That's
they
the
talk.
Exactly.
They
problem I'm
talking
having.
like he just
No,
garbage.
he gonna go second round now. They not
No,
saying
no,
that.
Of
no,
course,
no.
No,
Hold
of
on
course.
now.
no.
They
it
were
Some
depends
they
on
saying on
said he
TV.
might fall out the
it,
second
They
round.
were
no,
He
saying on
not
TV
falling.
last
He
night
not
and
falling.
today that he
it
might not
depends.
even make it in the second. Get to the drafted in the second round.
We'll
He
see.
not
We'll see.
falling.
But I
He
think he
not
gonna go
falling.
second.
Yeah,
There's
he
one
not
team.
falling.
There's one team that I honestly think that he will
I
be a
think the
perfect
Browns gonna
fit,
take
and
him.
honestly, it's the Rams. He could sit behind Matthew Stafford for one more year, then take over the reins with Sean McVay. That's the perfect situation.
I
Hmm.
think the Browns gonna take him.
I hope not.
Now I
I
hope
hope
Same
not.
thing. I
not.
hope.
Have a good
I
I
don't
history
think
know
with
too
not
him.
many
too.
players
I'd
gonna
rather
fit
see
in
him
my
go to
system.
like
Not
New
even the
Orleans or
Browns.
something.
No,
The
no.
Browns is a player
I was
killer.
hoping he went to Pittsburgh. I really did. I was hoping he
That's
went
a
to
good
Pittsburgh.
spot too.
But Pittsburgh got everything he Shedeur Sanders needs. And if he
That's
get
a
and
good
again,
spot.
like people
Pittsburgh need
act
a
like this too.
quarterback
You know
too.
what I don't like? People don't mention this. They always talk about how good a quarterback is, but y'all gotta understand something. A quarterback has to rely on everything around him. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
care
that's
how
fact.
great you are in college. If you come into the NFL, you don't have an offensive line, you don't have players to throw to, you're not going to look very good. And
Hmm.
I saw how they tried to do my boy Bryce Young. You saw how they tried to do him. He had no weapons around him. They benched him.
Mm-hmm.
They put him on the bench, and then they found out the grass ain't green on the other side. They brought him back on the field, and then the guys around him started playing better. He got a little bit more better block, with the block
And
was
look at
still
what
trash.
happened. And prime
But he
example,
Yep.
look at what happened to my team quarterback, Caleb Williams. Our offensive line was terrible. Look how he played.
But
yeah.
you know the
So
crazy thing about that,
they set
Shador
these
had the worst
quarterbacks.
offensive line in college and played better than any other quarterback. So you already know he can play under them circumstances.
That's true too. His offensive line was trash and
yeah.
definitely subpar. I
He
ain't gonna
got
call them trash.
sacked
They were
his
definitely
first
subpar.
year there. He got sacked 70 times.
Right, right.
It's
No,
really
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
look
honestly.
at
feel,
the things at
he
the
got
end,
presence. He
Bryce
got
Young.
pocket presence. He can move within the pocket. He's not the
He's a
best athlete. I agree with all
he's a
that, but he
modern day pure pocket quarterback, and that's what teams don't
But
want now. They want all these running
but
around
right, especially if he's
comebacks.
black.
You know, he's a prototypical pocket quarterback. He will kill you in the pocket. If he got time to throw the ball, he's gonna kill you.
there
I
is
ain't gonna
one
lie.
concern.
His
There is one
career,
concern sometimes because he
his
does hold on to the ball a little bit too long.
I
Yes,
Right.
agree
sir.
with
We
that.
all say that.
We
Yeah,
used to
we
say that
all say.
watching his games all year. We was
Look,
like, damn,
I'm not saying he gonna be
We're not
Jaden
saying he the
Daniels.
perfect player.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he gonna be Jaden Daniels, but I'm going out. Look, this is why I know it's kind of personal when you saying he doesn't. You talking as if he doesn't belong though, and then you draft Jaxson Dart, who's not even better than Shedeur. It's not, bro. I'm an SEC guy. I watched Jaxson Dart. I watched this dude. He doesn't impress me.
he
He's
ain't
not
even
all
better
that
than Jay
good.
Milrow.
No, he's not. I'm
I
taking Jay
mean,
Miller over him.
honestly, I look at it a little different. You feel
Give
me? I
me
know we
Jalen
all
Miller
talking.
over Jaxson Dart.
I know we all talking because he dropped out the first round. But honestly, if he get drafted, I'm still. I feel that's accomplishment. He get drafted. You feel
Yeah,
me?
we know he
That's
gonna
what
get
I say.
dropped eventually. We just
And
talking about
honestly, bro, it's really the system that he go to. If he go to
Oh,
Brown,
100%. Like most
it's
quarterbacks.
gonna be the system because Baker, he's thriving. He didn't thrive with the Browns. Browns is a player killer. They is. They only people I
But
know that
quarterback
offensive
killer.
but
line better
now,
than Brown. And
Yeah, for
what you
sure.
That's
say?
why I said he gonna go to the Browns and they gonna set him up.
They
Hey,
gonna
shout out
it's
to
gonna kill his career. It's
Man,
gonna
we
kill his
seen
career.
Jared Goff go from ass to looking like a maybe top 10 quarterback with the Lions. So
Right.
It's the
it's
system.
all
It's just
system,
the
bro.
system. Yeah, it's all the
I ain't
system.
gonna say all system, but for most quarterbacks, it's the system.
Hey, shout out to let me read these couple super chat. And I got Tony White up in here. I'm gonna let him go. Shout out to Trinity. She sent 2 super chats. He said, "Why do y'all keep allowing this clown to play on repeat?" Question mark. He's saying nothing different. And then Trinity said Jaxson Dart was drafted by the Giants because there are some coaches there that have coached him at Ole Miss. He won't be starting either. Okay.
Hmm.
That's true.
Tony
Why
White,
was the
what you
first
got on
round
that?
though? Then
Thank you,
Yeah.
show. Thank you, show, and thank you, panel. Before I get started, right, I want to ask the panel and show a question. Can y'all tell me why all 32 NFL teams passed up on him? If it wasn't all about his talent, why didn't somebody draft him? I want somebody to tell me that because I kind of go along with what Jay is saying a little bit.
I got a big thing. It's 32 teams. If they got better options out, if they feel they have better options out there, that's what they're gonna pick.
Mm-hmm.
You have 7 rounds to draft him. I know we do not want him to be drafted in the 7th round, but if he goes somewhere, he goes somewhere. His talent isn't. He don't have. I'm not saying he have 7th-round talent. I'm not saying he have 3rd-round talent. It's just that's what they chose, man. These $1 million corporations, billion dollar corporations. That's what they chose, man.
So why is it so much of a so answer this? So why is it so much of an uproar that he's not drafted in the first round? Tom Brady wasn't drafted in the first round. Lamar Jackson wasn't drafted in the first round. So why is it so much of an uproar that he's not drafted in the first round?
Well,
Lamar
I'm
wasn't
not
drafted in the
complaining
first
about
round.
that.
He was just drafted last.
It's
Here's the
not just
problem.
that. It's about how they're talking about him, talking about his character, trying to hurt the kids' prospects and all that kind of stuff. It's not just that. So if you don't like him as a prospect, you like another quarterback better. That's fine. You don't have to sit there and try to kill the kid that literally done nothing wrong.
Trash away your unanimous
So
sources.
so why y'all not blasting the media? Because the media are the ones that have built Shedeur up.
I did say the media.
I just blasted the media.
The media
Were you not listening?
The media
I
didn't
literally
build
blasted the media.
him up. He built himself up because he's a good player.
I literally
So
What
how
you
is
mean?
Jay wrong for saying a lot of things he was saying if the media has caused a lot of these things when it came to Shedeur?
Okay.
I don't understand that.
Okay, let's get to what Jay said. Jay said he's
They
been too cocky.
not listening.
You shut up, little boy. Let me ask you a question
Come on,
then.
bro.
So
Come
let's
on,
talk
man.
about Jay. You said he's been too cocky. Do you believe he's been too cocky?
Yes, he is, man. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay,
He's
so
Thank you.
doing
Thank you.
the Allen Iverson thing, and it's rubbing off wrong with these white executives and these white owners, and it's just like going for a job interview. He's rubbing himself the wrong way with them.
Oh, so he got.
Why is that okay though?
He bring it
I'm not
upon
saying
himself.
it's okay. It's like going to a job interview and you say and got your pants sagging down and think you still gonna get
That's
the
not the
job
same
all
thing.
Oh
because you
wow.
got.
This nigga.
That's not the same
No,
thing,
I'm
sir.
giving you an example, man.
That's
These
not the same thing.
executives are being rubbed the
Showing
wrong
up
way
to
by the Sanders family.
showing up to a job with your pants sagging is inappropriate. What is Shedeur doing is inappropriate. He's doing. Look, bro. If his name was Shedeur Sanders, let's be honest. Let's be
His
honest.
ego,
If his last name
his
wasn't
ego
Sanders,
show.
if his last name wasn't Sanders, you wouldn't be saying this bullshit you saying. I promise
Nah,
you would.
his ego show his ego. Even at a draft day, he got legendary, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest, man. We gotta stop race baiting. We gotta stop this, man.
Ain't no motherfucking race bait
call him,
going on.
call
You
him
keeping
out,
it
bro.
all the
Hey,
way
call him out,
100,
bro.
bro.
That's what
I'm
they
calling
doing.
him out because
That's
they
what the
wrong.
panel doing. They race
Ain't no
baiting.
Shedeur
race
and
That's
the
what
bait
they
going
doing.
on.
family and them.
If
I
his
love
name wasn't
Shedeur and
Shedeur
them, but
Sanders,
it's race
we wouldn't
baiting,
be
man.
saying
Because
this.
all the people that's complaining in the media is Deion Sanders' friends. Have you realized all the complete people complaining like Shady and all these other people complaining is
Hold on,
Deion
hold on.
Sanders' friends?
Is Mel Kiper Deion Sanders' friend?
Say what?
Is Mel Kiper Deion Sanders' friend?
Look, we don't know. I don't know that. Me and you don't know 100% for a fact if
So
they
why are
are
you
or not.
saying it like you know what's like you know for 100%?
No,
Why
because
you
I'm
talking
saying
like you
I'm
know
looking
for
at
100%?
these shows, and the majority of the people complaining are ex-players that are really cool with Deion. I'm really looking at this, and what Jay is saying is correct. It's a lot of race baiting,
Mel
man. It's
Kiper
race
has
baiting.
evaluated players
Man,
over
shut
Why?
30
up,
Why
years.
can't it be about that? Why can't it be that these executives just see that he's just not talented
bro. You
enough to
gotta
be
fix
Hey,
your
drafted
mic,
facts.
in
bro.
the first round?
You gotta fix your mic, bro. You gotta fix your mic.
Nobody's saying that, bro. Again, if you don't like him as a talent and you say his arm is too weak and he can't escape the pocket good enough, blah, 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 that's fine. Then don't draft him in the first round. What the issue is for showing these other people, and I agree with him, is the hate because that the people are saying that his attitude and
Exactly.
blah blah blah, and he's
Exactly.
too
That's bull
cocky
crap.
and he's too
Who?
brash.
Who?
There are
Call it.
those
Who?
things.
Who are you
How
talking? Don't
many
make a blatant
when
statement
people
like
were
that.
talking,
Who are you talking
hold on,
about?
bro. When
Wait,
Who?
wait,
people
wait.
were
What do you mean
talking
blank
about
statement?
Shedeur,
You talking about
how many people
executives?
was talking about what they were seeing on film? Nobody. They was talking about his attitude. They was talking about he cocky. They was talking about he entitled. They was talking about all this stuff. Hey, I ain't hear not one football take talking about why he didn't get drafted in the first round.
Don't forget, bro. Based off what he put on film and what they was talking about, they was talking about he was going to be the first quarterback off the board.
No. You know who said that? It was Deion Sanders' friends and the people in the media that fuck
Oh,
with
that's
Man,
Deion.
correct.
what
No,
the
they
Come
hell?
wasn't.
on, man. Y'all
No,
not
you
keeping it
lying now. You
real,
just
man.
lying.
Y'all not keeping it real, man. Y'all not
Man,
keeping
you
it
ain't
real,
keeping
man.
it
Come on,
real.
man.
Man,
Hey,
You
hold
show
just
on,
me.
bro.
Come
lying
Go
on,
at
back.
this
man.
point.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
go back
Get
to
out of
2 months
here.
ago. Everybody
Y'all
mock
not
draft
keeping
had
it real,
Shedeur
man.
Sanders top 5. Stop lying.
Man, look at the sacks that he took. They also
Everybody
he
had
take a
Shedeur
lot of
Sanders
sacks
being
too,
a
man.
top 5 pick in the league when the year
He
started.
take a lot of sacks, man. Come on, man.
Everybody
Show, go get
did.
them mock drafts, bro. Go get them mock drafts, bro.
This
This cat up here lying, man.
dude
Everybody
These,
He's
had
not
him being
lying.
a
He take
top
a lot,
5 pick in the
man.
draft, bro. What the hell is you talking about?
Hey,
Everybody
I
My
do,
did.
I
black
do,
brother
I
should
do
do it
got,
right.
I do got a
But
question.
I think some of it, like what showing y'all saying, is true. A little bit of it, as far as the Sanders family name, I believe that. But a lot of it got to do with talent. It got a lot enough to do with Sanders' name, and some of it got a lot to do with ego. I think it's all three of them combined why he didn't get drafted in the first round.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But just
It's
Mel,
keep
all
it at
three of
that,
them.
though.
Mel Kiper is the top. He the top analyst for his draft people. You know he had him better than Cam Ward. He had him better than Cam Ward.
And
And he not even in Deion Sanders here. And I mean he talking to analysts. He talking to ESPN. And he guess what he
but you're
dropped.
not looking
So
at the
I'm just saying.
intangibles, man. These owners
And
look at the intangibles as far as everything, as far as your attitude, your ego, as far as how you get along.
I'm not really hearing that because
has
when
been
it came to Antonio
evaluating
Brown, he didn't give
quarterbacks
a fuck.
in
And I
draft
understand because of
prospects.
talent.
I'm not saying how we look at it. I'm talking about how the owners look at it. They look at the whole fatality of everything.
How you know they look at it that way?
But hold
Man,
on.
they come on, because that's their brand, so they're going to protect their brand. So they gotta look at it from the whole fatality of
Man,
everything.
they
They can't
don't.
just
Them
look
owners
at it
don't
from a
care when they come
they
to
can't
making
just look
dollars,
at it
bro.
from a talent point of view. They gotta also look at it from a brand point of view too, besides a talent point of view.
If
That's why
So
if
you
Shedeur
think
Sanders
if he
was
go
so
anywhere, he
bad and
not
all,
bringing dollars in?
Why do you think the New York Giants got the guy Jason? Because man, it's a lot.
So
He
listen.
couldn't be drafted in New
Whoa,
York.
whoa. So all these people was willing to put his name on their product with all these endorsements he's got because of his ego was bad, right?
That's part of it. Yes, that's part of it. We
His ego was bad, so they putting their name on somebody with a bad ego. That's what you telling me? This kid got
what I just said.
a lot of endorsements, bro.
I agree with y'all. We may not want to accept it, but it's part of it. It's part of it, bro. The Sanders family rub a lot of them owners the wrong way, man.
Yeah, that's
I
the only reason.
don't agree. I don't agree with a lot of what he's saying, but I will say because those three things. Because if he was a can't miss talent, I think he would have been first round anyway.
Michael Penix Jr. got drafted last year, first round.
Like you said about Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper had this man not just as the first quarterback, but the 5th overall prospect. And this man been evaluating talent for over 40 years. So now what he says doesn't matter. So apparently he's the number 1 quarterback on Mel's board, and he's the number 5 overall player, and he fell out of the top 32. So that means that they're saying that 27 other players were better than him, because Mel had him 5th. So now 27 other players are better than him. Teams that need quarterbacks.
I'm about to say, not all teams need quarterbacks.
No, I agree with you, but his stock fell after the last game. All the other stuff had brought his stock down, man. That's what I'm saying.
Well, to give y'all a little bit of an update, they saying that the Raiders sound like this a more realistic spot for Shedeur. So hopefully he do go to the Raiders. Now look,
the Browns got 2 picks before the Raiders.
They're not picking.
You say what?
The Browns have 2 picks. They got 33 and 36.
30, yeah. They got 33 and 30. Yeah, you're right.
What they got to do? What they just reported?
He fits their system. What they coach wants to do. The Giants got Jaxson Dart because they run an RPO offense.
Okay.
See, they having a hard time because Shedeur want to start, man.
I see what you're saying, but they making it like they saying that now this is directly from the top dogs in the NFL. This just came out that the Raiders sound like they want Shedeur Sanders, so we'll see.
Who the Raiders got under center right now?
Geno Smith.
They got Geno.
They
got Geno.
Yeah, he's not starting. He's not starting this year. If he go to the Raiders.
Hey, they know Deion wants Shedeur to start, man. They see this not gonna come out in the media, man. They know Deion wants Shedeur to start, and these owners know that it's gonna be a problem if Shedeur don't start, man. They know that, man. But this shit not being discussed on TV yet.
So you have a problem with so you got a problem with him wanting to start?
No, I'm saying that the owners and the executives know that, and it may be where Shedeur may be on a team where he may have to sit the bench, and it may don't sit well with Deion, and the owners know that, and it may be a problem.
I mean,
we don't know where he's going though yet.
Eli damn did
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Deion don't want that. He don't want his son to be sitting on the bench for 2 years under nobody.
Think about the teams that need quarterback.
So this the first time something like this happened though. That's how y'all act though. Like this not the first time something like this.
No, but Shedeur ain't Eli or Archie though. Let's not get that twisted.
Bro,
Lamar went first round.
Bro, I'm
not. I'm just saying he's not.
Come on, man.
I understand what you're saying, but Eli, he didn't have that pedigree like Eli though. Come on now.
So you think
Shedeur have always started
like Eli did. This one thing that y'all not saying. Shedeur have always started. What would it do to his ego if he had to sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years? Y'all not looking at that, man. He never has sit on the bench. What would it do to his mindset if he had to sit on the bench?
Bro, I think you digging. You overanalyzing.
He reaching a little bit.
Started.
So did every other quarterback that went to the draft. Like, what are you talking about?
Come in and play good.
Hold on. This is the problem with you, Tony. You believe he's a title. Like he has to get the guaranteed spot. Like he's not capable of competing. Shedeur, you don't think Shedeur is coming in this thing knowing he has to compete? The man knows he's not getting drafted first round. That's why he didn't show up.
I think he always was told that he was the best in everything. If we're gonna keep it 100.
Kim Folk, stop that, Kim Folk. He knows that when whatever team dropped him, he's gonna have to compete for the spot, bro. Like,
and I agree with you, but the point where y'all not getting that, if he don't start, I think it's gonna be a problem with Deion, and the owners know that they don't want that smoke.
Yeah, how do you know that, bro?
Like that's not.
You say, how do I know that? They know Deion is arrogant, and they know that, and they don't want that on a team or with a fan base. Come on, man.
Now
y'all know that, man. Y'all know that, man.
That's a crazy speculation right there.
Nah, it's not no crazy speculation.
What's your issue with Deion? Hold on, forget all this. What's y'all issue with Deion, bro? Like, it sounded to me y'all got so much animosity against Deion. What's all that about?
I think that he's not being realistic with Shedeur. That's my thing. I think he's not
being realistic.
So you don't think Shedeur was a first round talent? That's what you said.
Yes, thank you. I think that he's yes. I go along with what
Michael Penix Jr. went 9 overall last year, right? So who do you think is better, Michael Penix Jr. or Shedeur Sanders? Who do you think is better?
Man, we can't do ifs and buts, and we can't do that. But I'll go with Michael. I think Michael.
I'm telling you, in a stronger draft class, a quarterback
I think Michael is better because Michael Penix was coming along at the end of the year. Yeah, I like Michael Penix. Yeah, I like it.
Hold on, time out. So we all going. Let's not move out what he just said. You say he's not being realistic. Okay, So, what you mean when he about real? So he's not being realistic about his son that throws 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Those 4,000 yards against nobody. Man, let's be real about this. It's not like he was throwing 4,000 yards against Alabama or Auburn or somebody. The man got sacked all the time, man.
Your whole reason for saying all
that
because he's not going against
So what about Cam Ward? Cam Ward didn't play in the SEC. Cam Ward didn't play in the Big Ten, so he was throwing against nobody.
Sometimes Shedeur was out the pocket, and he's looking, and he won't even throw it out of bounds, and he's just take the sack. Come on, man.
Okay, so what do you want?
Look at the tape.
So what do you want Deion to be realistic about? What do you want him to do? Sit on the bench?
No, I think he's not being realistic and saying you need to work on this, you need to work on this, and this. I think he's just making it look like you're gonna be a beast, you're gonna be this, you're a first round draft pick, you're gonna be the first pick.
Time out. Have you not seen him get on Shedeur all year long? You're making it seem like he's not telling him, he's not criticizing, he's not holding him accountable. I done seen him hold a man accountable. What are you talking about? It's a reason why he's in this position to do what he's doing. Because his father has been guiding him. He's been teaching him all the right things. What are you talking about?
And you know how many times he have got sacked and he came over in a huddle and Deion would hit him in the helmet and wouldn't say nothing? Come on, man. Let's be honest. Show we not being honest because we race baiting. Come on, man. Let's be honest.
Like every time he got sacked, it was his fault. You can't get the ball out. You cannot get the ball out.
I'm saying that these owners are looking at it differently from how we're looking at it.
Forget all
I'm saying realistic too. But these owners are looking at it differently from how we looking at it, man. It's not just
you're not looking at it like
too.
Like, bro, we not being real. You're not being realistic right now.
No, you're not being realistic. A lot of these owners are just not looking at the talent. They also looking at the brand, man.
From these other folks.
At the end of the day, it's about money.
Let's be honest. Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, the bullshit they do, that ain't stopped them from getting dropped in the first round. Like, be realistic, bro.
Johnny Manziel, I don't think he went first.
You know why? Because they felt that
Johnny Manziel did go first round. He went like 26.
I think the NFL, I didn't say me. The NFL, I think these teams feel that he's not first round worthy. I didn't say he's not NFL worthy. I think first round.
And what do you think that has to do with?
Don't do all that talking about somebody race bait because I
think a lot of it that some of the teams didn't need him.
I think a lot of this stuff has something to do with Deion, and let's not act like it's not because it is.
I'm saying some of it got to do with Deion, but don't make it look like all of it got to do with him. No.
It's niggas like you that wants to control what another man should do with his own.
I think what Jay said was right. He rubbed them the wrong way when he didn't do these workouts and all that.
Deion Sanders, you'll be doing the same exact thing. You have your son as the quarterback. Stop the cap.
No. If y'all try to make the NFL, y'all gonna go to the camps and all that type stuff was asked of you. Come on, he didn't go the extra mile, man, and that go a long way with these owners and executives. He did not go
because
mile.
What you taking away from it,
so why didn't they rub them the wrong way when Eli Manning didn't do all that?
Right. What you taking out of
30 years ago, man? Stop doing that.
It's not race betting because you're not taking to the fact is that he's a black man and that Deion is a black man and they brash and they outspoken and they do what they want when other white quarterbacks have done the same thing and it didn't lower their draft stock. That is the point. That's why it's not race betting. It's based off of his race.
That he brought all them people to look. Another thing he said that y'all was wrong about.
No, you didn't answer what I just said, bro. You're not taking to effect that Deion is a black man. He's brash. You have other brash, all kind of Bill Belichick brash. Don't talk to the media. Bullshit is considered the greatest head coach of all time, and he backed it up
like
with
Deion brash. Don't do that. That's not considered brash like Deion brash.
This a black man brash. That's the point.
Yeah,
look,
how is Shedeur even brash? He's been talking.
That's the point you missed it.
Who
owned the team? White owners.
Like Terry Owens or something. This dude was just a confident football player. He wasn't acting like CEO or acting like something like that. He didn't talk down on his teammates. He didn't do none of that stuff. Even though he had the worst offensive line, got sacked 70 times. You ain't never hear him go in the press conference and throw his offensive line under the bus, which a lot of quarterbacks would do. So what is y'all talking about? Like what?
No, he is brash, bro. He like his dad. He kind of under that
mold.
He
is brash, man. He is brash.
I'm not gonna say that now. Come on now.
Okay, what do you want him?
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it though, Show.
So
no, I didn't even say.
So
brash.
you have a
They want him to be modest and timid like a
really
woman.
I think that if he had more of a personality, I think if he had more of a personality like Shiloh, I think he would have got drafted in the first round. I believe that.
So when Shiloh don't get drafted, that'll kill that argument.
No. I'm just believe if he would have had more of a colorful, like laughable, like that Shiloh, he joke. I think that go well with the owner.
I don't disagree with that, bro. But the problem is,
man,
I don't disagree.
You say it on so far. Come on, bro.
No, I don't disagree with that. If he would have had a better, attitude that they accepted more, he probably would have got drafted in the first round. I don't disagree with that.
Okay. What
attitude
did he have? He celebrated when he scored.
Come on, man. We know.
Still wrong. That's how they think.
No, the thinking is wrong. That's what I'm saying. I agree with that. The thinking is wrong. But he don't act like he's not a brash individual and he out there with the chains and the watch and all that. They don't like that. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it though. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm saying executives don't like that. Especially
everybody in the camp is calling it confidence, but everybody else is calling it arrogance, and that's the problem. Everybody he's confident. But the owners don't look at it like how it is.
But our point is that's because he is black.
Hold on.
You're wrong. Because other quarterbacks
saying that, man. No.
Hold on. Time out.
That's true. That's just the truth.
Tony.
Go ahead, Phil.
If his name was Michael Robinson,
Shedeur Manning.
Okay, go ahead.
If his name was Michael Robinson, would we be having this conversation?
Yes, with the way that he acted. Yes.
No, we would not.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He probably wouldn't be drafted at all if he was acting the same way with that name. What you just said, Show?
If his daddy was not Deion Sanders.
So you mean to tell me?
You just made my bro. Come on, bro. Like you acting like
look, the man is brash, and y'all don't want to accept it, man. Like these white owners that don't think like us, Show. They don't like. They look at it as arrogance. While y'all keep calling it confidence, they owners are saying this is arrogance, and that's the problem. Y'all calling this confidence, and the owners are calling it arrogance.
I guarantee you, I can go on Jaxson Dart's games. I didn't watch Ole Miss like that, and I can find all these things of him celebrating and doing similar things to what Shedeur was doing. But y'all just be talking, bro.
No. Didn't I just say earlier that he didn't speak New York? He didn't speak New York. You can't come to New York like that.
He did what?
Huh?
He don't fit New York.
They've never drafted
After
a
they
black
had
quarterback. Bro.
after they had Eli
We know the
Manning, they
quarterback.
probably don't want nobody else. They want another Eli Manning type of guy. That's why they chose Jaxson over on Shedeur.
Yep, and they
He
keep
fits
doing
their
that, and
offense
that's
though
why they
better,
gonna
to be
keep getting
honest.
trashed. The same way they did with that last bum they drafted. But they can
To
keep
be
doing
honest
that.
with you though, Shedeur didn't fit
Danny
their
Dimes.
offense. The Saints should have took him at 9 though. That was atrocious.
But why? So I want to ask all y'all on the panel: why can't y'all just say maybe his talent is not as good as what we think it is?
No,
Why
he's a
can't y'all
first
just
round
go
talent.
along
I
with that?
refuse to believe that. That's a lie. To say he's not a first round talent is a lie.
You know
I didn't say
why?
a first one. I
You know
say
why
his
I won't
talent.
believe
I
it?
say his talent.
Because if you follow this channel, we
Long as he
cover
get
every
drafted, that's
single
all that
Colorado
matters.
game.
That's all I care about.
That's why I won't say that. I watched this kid play every single game
I
this
watched him
past season.
every damn game this year, and I'm not gonna say that kid is not talented.
But that doesn't mean that he's a first round draft pick. But this is what I'm saying.
Hey, get that hating ass
Let
nigga
me
out of
ask
here.
you a question. Hold
I
on,
think he's a first round talent.
hold on. Tony, is Jaxson Dart better than him?
We basing it on what you said, what talent, or we basing it on the season that he had with Ole Miss?
Is he
Or what?
better than is he better than him?
It's an easy question.
He didn't watch that dude like
I'm
that.
not
did
even
he?
You say
executive.
he's better
I
because
don't
he
want
can
Ole Miss.
run.
If I had to choose, I would choose Shedeur. If I had to choose.
Oh, exactly. Oh, exactly. Thank you. That's all
But
I need.
but it go back to what I said. A lot of teams also look at their brand. Brand matter to a lot of owners. While we
You said
looking at
brand?
talent,
Do making money
brand
matter?
matter
Do
to a
making
lot
money
of
matter?
owners.
Hold
Some
on.
of these owners are not trying to win a Super Bowl, man. Some of these owners trying to go off
don't
for
think he
money
gonna
with them
bring
and
money?
brand and look for them.
Do
They're
you know how
owner
much
not trying to
money
win a
That's
Super
Shedeur
what we
Bowl.
get
Sanders will
to,
bring?
Trap.
You don't think he
Shedeur
gonna
had
bring
the
him money?
biggest brand out of any athlete in this
So
draft.
you think that these owners don't want to make money?
Facts.
That's the point
Who more
I'm
people gonna pay
making.
attention to? Hold on.
They don't want
Who more
somebody.
coaches?
Look,
Who more people gonna
I
pay
don't think that they
attention?
wanted Lamar
Jaxson
Jackson.
Dart or
I mean,
Do
Shedeur
you know
that
how
they
Sanders?
much
wanted
money
Shedeur.
Shedeur will
They
make
didn't want to choose
himself
him.
on these teams? Do you know how
Regardless of
much money he
Shedeur
will
being
bring
first
in?
round or not, I promise you, his jerseys is still gonna be at the top of the chart.
Okay, but the point I'm trying to make, like Lamar Jackson, right? He fit Baltimore. He fit the city. He fit that city. It's a great look. Besides the talent, he
Your
also
mic
fit
messing
the
up, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Besides the talent, he fit that city. Lamar fit
Do
Baltimore
you
City.
know how much money Shedeur Sanders will bring into anybody's organization, man? If he
I
were
ain't
to,
say that. I say the fit. I'm talking about a fit.
no,
Like
you
James
said
Dean,
brand and all that stuff.
right? Like I live here in DC, right? Everybody loved he fit the city here in Chocolate City in DC. They love him here. He a great fit for the city. I don't think Shedeur fit New York City.
I think
How does Shedeur not fit New York City? It's a big
that
brand and he has
mentality
the biggest.
Jaxson Dart fit New York City.
that mentality is part of the problem that we state, and this is why it's a racial thing. Is because when
Mark
they
Sanchez
see
fit New York
a
City.
quarterback
Shedeur Sanders.
like a brash quarterback that is black, they say, I agree. Culture is a big part of football. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Dan Campbell came in and changed the culture. We're looking for a certain type of player. We want a guy that can run through a wall for us, blah, 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 blah. The problem is when you see a black quarterback that's brash, when you see a Cam Newton, the perception is they're not a leader. The perception is that they're not going to do this. They're not going to. We've seen black quarterbacks get drafted in the first round. So, no, it's not just simply based on race. When they see a player that has a certain type of attitude, oh, he can't be a quarterback because he too this, he too that, and his dad is cocky and this and that. That's why it's a race thing. That's
When
because
Dan
the perception.
Campbell came, when he became a coach, you know what they said? I know people in Detroit, oh, he fit our city. Because Detroit kind of a city that go hard and all that.
I got
so
you.
the fit does, it does matter about a fit, man. He don't
I agree.
Shedeur, a
Culture
flamboyant
matters.
person. He didn't fit the Saints at 9. A flamboyant
When
city.
did he? I want to know
Now
what
he
this
fit.
kid
Now he
did.
fit
Hold on.
New Orleans.
Can
He
somebody
fit New
tell
Orleans.
me what this kid did
He
that
fit New Orleans.
showed that he would be a problem for culture, that he would be a problem for building, that he would be somebody who wasn't good in your locker room? What has he done that you can point to show that?
Man, he'll take a beating if he go to the New York Giants and lose, man. They'll kill him in the press.
That's not what I asked.
But one, if he would have went to the Giants,
Deion, man.
It's the perception. It's the perception. What did Cam Newton do that said he was too cocky and too that when he did the Superman sign, they was complaining about it in the end zone. All those type of things. That's what I'm saying. It's a race thing, bro.
Oh, he fit Charlotte. That was the perfect fit for him. For Charlotte. Cam
They
Newton,
wasn't complaining about Cam Newton and how he was cocky and blah blah blah. They wasn't saying that.
Because Charlotte, North Carolina is a laid back city.
No, I said were they saying that in the media?
Good point. You're making a good point.
Right.
Cam Ward is actually more cocky and arrogant than Shedeur. Most definitely.
Hold on a second. Let me read this real quick. Shout out to Felicia Daniels. She said they keep saying race bait and he was ignorant. What about Baker Mayfield? He did way worse than Sanders. We all know this. Bro just don't like Deion. Bro sat there and said, bro sitting there acting like this guy supposed to bench Shedeur Sanders and just because, bro. Like, I don't know what's that about, man. It sounds like some jealous and stuff, bro. I don't know what's that about, you guys.
This how I feel. I mean, he just didn't get drafted. Oh yeah, we all complaining about.
Why is y'all so mad because he didn't get drafted in the first round?
Guess what? The second round, if he's the first quarterback gone in the second, he's the first the first player off the board in the second round. What are we talking about? We're not talking about.
But man, if he don't get drafted in the second round, I will agree with Show in the panel. It's all about Deion. Now, if he don't get drafted in the second round, most definite, it's about Deion.
Y'all don't watch football enough. Y'all don't watch football enough. He's a top 10 pick in this draft. This is a weak draft.
Bro, you just said Deion is the problem. Now you saying he ain't the problem?
No. I'm saying if he don't get drafted in the second round, something is wrong.
Tony, it doesn't matter, Kimfolk. You're not paying attention to what they're saying. I guess you acting like you're not hearing me.
I'm watching them and I'm listening.
Kimfolk,
I think it's more about his talent, man. I think y'all overhyping his talent because of his yard and all this crazy stuff.
Did you listen to what they saying? They're saying that this guy they're taking personal shots. It's not just about football. They made it personal, bro. The unanimous executives and all these other people.
Talking about
you ain't been paying.
He wears jewelry,
I seen that.
he wears hat backwards and all this type of stuff. It's like, what they got to do with him playing football?
Facts. Not one stat about what he did. None.
They talk about his hat being backwards, his jewelry. He flashes his jewelry. And
No. See, this way y'all messing up that. Listen to this. When he went to these meetings and talked to these teams, his appearance was like that. You don't present yourself with your hat backwards and talking any kind of way and don't want to answer questions. And you can't come. You got to present yourself.
Hey, yo, can I tell you something real quick?
He's not presenting himself the correct way, man.
Jaxson Dart had his head backwards on his interview.
No. We're not talking about him. I'm talking about when y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all don't want to believe it. He's not doing good in these interviews, man. That's what it is.
Jaxson Dart had his head on in his interview.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about
people asking the question.
What he's saying is, if you white, it's all right. If you black, you got to present yourself a certain way. If you white,
when he's talking to these teams, he's coming to these teams, not answering questions, got the hat backwards, and this rubbing. These executives,
that's what he's saying. If you white, it's cool. If you white, it's cool. If you black,
Deion did it. Answering questions.
No. He's getting failing grades in the interviews, and they dropped this stuff down, man.
There was no problem when Deion did it, my nigga.
You know who gave that same attitude? There's a guy in Baltimore. Go look at when he went to draft when he was in the combine thing. Go look at his interviews. He did the same thing Shedeur did. Half of the stuff he was not answering. He felt play because they kept telling him he was gonna be a wide receiver.
That's a different man. That's a different person.
But no,
he played the same thing. Wide receiver.
Think about this. So think about this, though. He is failing the interviews with these teams and is bringing his stock down, and nobody don't want to address that.
So what you want the nigga to act hood or something? No.
I didn't say no. You gotta present yourself like you want to be on the
proper.
team.
He
No, but hold on, time out.
You want him to come in with a tuxedo and be like, yes sir, no sir, huh?
Yes, sir.
So when you come to these owners that's white, you got to present yourself the way how.
Oh my God!
Hey, boy,
that's white, bro. That's white.
Bullshit. We here to play football, my nigga.
I'm gonna come right back. So I gotta call, bro.
Hold on, a second though. Hold on, Tom.
Backwards and all that. Come on, man.
But Tom, you trying to make it seem like dude showing up thugging or something, bro. Like that's count. That man wasn't dressed. He wasn't thugging. He wasn't walking around.
Interview with big chains on, your hat backwards. That is part of being brash, man. Y'all may don't want to accept it, but it is what it is,
no,
man.
Nah, that's called being a leader, my nigga.
Billionaire white owners, man.
That's crazy, man.
Listen, the only thing that kid had on that was different from everybody else was he had the jury in his hat on backwards. All of them had the combine jogging suits on. So he didn't have on nothing different.
I'm not talking about that. They said Shedeur did not do good when it came to these interviews, man. That's what they said, man.
Basically, they just saying he didn't say what they wanted him to say. Plain and simple.
No, man. So why you can't stick to what it is?
That ain't the only. But hold on, say that ain't the only reason because you just said.
I feel like they just wanted to.
I say that's part of it, so I say that's part of it. Why is
but I don't understand what y'all issue is with Deion though. Like I feel like y'all just mad because this man confident in himself, he believe in himself, and he proved y'all dudes wrong because y'all said he was gonna go to Colorado and fail, and y'all was hoping the man to fail, and when he did good, and when he turned the program around, y'all didn't give him credit for it. You sitting over here discrediting their competition.
He lost both of his bowl games, man. Come on, man. When it mattered, he lost both of the bowl games. Do y'all talk about? See, y'all don't want to talk about that.
That's Jaxson.
He lost when it mattered. He lost when it mattered.
Oh my God!
That's not. Oh my God! He lost when it mattered. When he took Jaxson State, what happened, Joe? He lost when he took Colorado to the bowl game. What happened? He lost. So what are y'all saying? When it mattered, game
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Miami gonna have some O linemen drafted. Ole Miss gonna have some O linemen drafted.
Hold on. Time out, though.
Bama gonna have some O linemen drafted.
Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. Thomas, so you only going to focus on the negative? What about what he did?
I'm going back to what you were saying, right?
You only focus on the negative shit, though.
The same attitude was in Jackson State. Remember? I remember Shallow was saying, I think they broke into my father car Jackson State because of how they were. Man, the cars come to get broken into in Jackson State because of their arrogance, man. Their arrogance. They walking around, broke people in Mississippi, and they wearing big old chains, man. And them dudes were jealous. They broke, man. Come on, man.
You can hear that.
Ego and arrogance, man.
This is so much hate. The hate is crazy.
It's not hate, man. It's being real, man. It's being real, man.
That is nothing but hate.
Y'all don't want to accept it. Y'all don't want to accept it for what it is, man.
His arrogance.
It is arrogant.
It's the reason why they stole from him.
They can't say got broke into all the time. Deion said that's why I really left. He said I got tired of my vehicle getting broken into in Jackson.
You know why I got broken into? Because he got money and he was in a neighborhood where a lot of people was poor. That's why I got broken into.
One at a time. You talking about Jackson State? He wasn't even getting paid money like that, bro.
No, I'm saying
he paid money like that.
I'm leaving Jackson State because I'm tired of
this working, nigga.
Man, he did more for that program what they did for him.
I didn't say that, Show. I'm saying he said he left because he got tired of all the car break-ins. It wasn't. That's why he took that job in Colorado because they paid him handsomely.
That's not the only reason, sir. That's not the only.
Did I just say they paid him handsomely, so he left? But he said that was one of the reasons why he left. He got tired of
he went to Colorado so Shedeur and Travis could get drafted. That's why he went to Colorado for one.
He couldn't even supply water, my nigga. You forgot?
Y'all keep claiming confidence in this arrogance, man. Stop saying that. You at Jackson State with all these trucks, all these cars, and all this stuff, man, and you think them broke kids in Mississippi that didn't have no money, family, that you think they didn't work in the wrong way?
You sound mad about that.
Arrogant coming out of college.
No, I'm not mad. I'm trying to tell you
that's not what it is, man.
Arrogant. People look at it as arrogance, man. Y'all looking at it as confidence. The owners are looking at it totally differently
And
from how
that's
y'all look
wrong.
at it.
And that's wrong.
Yes, but I'm just telling you. So if Deion knew that, what you just said is wrong, he should have had Shedeur move a different way. That's where I agree with Jay at. He should have had him like, you know what, dealing with these white billionaire owners, you can't, you got to move like this, Shedeur. Move like this.
Oh, so you one of them. Oh, you
So what
one of
about
them.
Caleb Williams
Okay.
painting his nails, my nigga?
How can
Okay,
he
I
tell
see
him
now.
What
that
about that,
he
my
didn't
nigga?
do it himself?
What type of
When
example
you
is that?
dealing
Deion be
with
a hypocrite to tell his
Hold on,
son that and he
one at a
didn't do that
time.
himself?
One at a time. One at a time. Hold on, one at a time. Let's get some order up in here. Look,
Fall
bro.
in
So you
line,
basically
boy.
saying, that's exactly what he got to do. Fall in line. Basically, that's what I'm hearing.
when
So
you're dealing
basically,
with the
what you got?
person, when you're dealing with the person that's cutting the check. I mean, I may don't want to agree with it, but basically, yeah,
Nah, man,
they
that's
billionaire
crazy, bro.
owners are
The
basically.
Sanders family was being way
You
too
want him to be
arrogant when they
a
were down in Jacksonville. They was being way
No,
too
I
arrogant,
said,
starting to
I say
crash.
part of it is what you're saying. I said part of it is that, but I'm saying the majority of it, no, that's wrong. That's cap.
So you basically saying when he in front of the white man, he got to change his whole demeanor.
I didn't
No,
say
that's
that,
not.
man. When you're dealing
When he
with
in front
these
of
guys,
Master.
man, look, when you're dealing with them kind of owners that's billionaires, man, you got to
But
present
he
yourself,
just
and
said
then
it.
you run them the
But
wrong way.
but you
When you
act
turn
like
down,
you talk like he's a felon or he's part of a gang or something, bro. I don't like how you make it
no.
seem like that.
Nobody
I don't like
said
that,
that.
bro.
So
Look
nobody
at the
said that.
difference
Yeah, but
between
how
him and
y'all
Cam Ward.
talking? I mean, what did he do wrong?
Cam Ward came
I don't.
across like a clean cut dude. He did all the workouts. He did his answer any question. He just came off differently. Shedeur came
You know what Cam Ward said? He
arrogant
said,
to
what
them.
team is closer to a Super Bowl? Whoever draft Cam Ward. That's what he said. That's not
Huh?
brash or arrogant. That's not brash or arrogant.
What
No,
about
man, I agree. It shouldn't have been all them people on the sidelines every week. I agree. When Jake said that, I agree with that too. I believe all the celebrities should have been on the sidelines.
Caleb Williams though? That nigga painted his nails, homie.
And it rubbed a lot of college teams the wrong way when Deion was doing that. It did, and a lot of coaches. It did, man. So he kind of messed his own son up.
Hey, the hate is crazy.
So we can hear it in your voice, cuz.
Nah, you can't hear it in my voice, man. I'm somebody that love our black people, that I love Shedeur, but we got to be real about this, man. It's not all about Deion name, man. A lot of this got to do with his talent. A lot of this got to do with he didn't go to them workouts. A lot of this got to do with some of it got to do with his father. A lot of it got to do with ego. A lot of it got to do with brash, and a lot of it
What
got
are
to do
y'all
with
talking about?
and a lot of it got to
Ghetto,
do
bro.
with the
Like,
He went to the private
Everything but
workouts.
football.
He
Y'all
did
heard him,
go to
right?
private
That nigga
workouts.
named
That's a
everything
lie.
but
He just didn't
football.
throw at the combine, and neither
Everything
did Bryce
but
Young.
football.
Never. Most of these people that's having
why
great
y'all
sex
keep
mark.
saying? But why y'all
Go
keep saying he acting ghetto though? I don't understand it.
I
How
never
did the
said
man
that.
acting
I don't know who
ghetto?
said that. I never said that.
I'm talking being a shit. Why y'all keep saying that? Like I don't. Y'all know what ghetto? I can tell a lot of y'all
No,
be
he don't have
talking.
ghetto.
Y'all know. Y'all
People
ain't never
think
been
because if he
been
showing
We
around
know what
jury,
nobody
that
hood.
because
is.
he's showing
We
jury
know what
wearing
that
a hat
is.
backwards, they say
If you
that's
call him
ghetto.
Y'all
Shedeur,
ain't
brother,
know.
we know what
Y'all
that
ain't
is.
never been in no real ghetto. If you think he ghetto, you ain't never been in the real ghetto,
No,
bro.
he's
Right.
not
Fuck
He
ghetto.
ain't
that.
not from the hood, bro. You saying
You ain't
real
never been in
ghetto.
the ghetto. Anybody believe he asked ghetto? You ain't never been in the ghetto. You ain't never been around nobody that's from the ghetto.
But
Clearly,
see, here's the problem,
It's
Joe.
one
you
word that
ain't
You
nothing
got
like
hey,
you
that.
got show.
So it's one word that none of us have said yet that I think that everybody's scared to say. The team's scared to say. I think they don't want him on the team for this one word. He may be toxic to the team. I think that's what it is. The toxic.
Man,
He may
did
ruin
he
my
bring?
team.
Caleb Williams
Did
painted
he
his
make
nails, my nigga.
Colorado toxic?
But
So
we
Did he
talking
Williams
about
make
grown
got
men
Colorado
beef
in the
toxic?
over
NFL. We talking about grown men in the NFL now, man.
being a teammate
Caleb
about your
Williams painted his
evidence.
nails,
Hey,
my
but
nigga.
Why ain't nobody ever?
We
Why
talking
y'all?
about the NFL show.
That kid has been
but
around
hold on,
NFL players all his life, man.
yeah, like Tony, what are you
You're in
Tony?
He's been around
the NFL.
Tony,
NFL
Tony,
players all his life. What are
Tony.
you talking about?
Man, and no NFL
Hold
players
on,
gonna
bro.
get
How can he make NFL team toxic? Did he make Colorado toxic?
His first year he did. The first year when he was there,
What are
he
you
did.
talking about?
What?
How did he make it toxic? Because his O line played bad. That was
Holding on to
toxic.
the ball too long,
O
throwing his
line
O
played
line and
bad
people
2
under the
years.
bus, throwing the people on his team under the bus. He did all that his first year when
Yeah,
he
he
was there.
did do
You
that.
realize he
Jay,
had a below
he's
average O
not
line
lying.
for the first 2 years, right?
Hey
He's
Jay,
not
let
lying.
somebody. Hey
Hey,
Jay,
Shows, he's not
let
lying. He did.
Joseph. I think Joseph trying to get in here. Let him get in here. You already did a little bootlegging. You come back in a second. Let somebody else in. You did enough bootlegging for the hour. Hey Razor, what you got to say, bro?
Hey, yo, bro. I think teams scared to draft a nigga, bro, because they scared of that attention that Shedeur gonna bring to the team. They know eyes
Yep.
gonna be on them every Sunday, nigga. Eyes
Yep.
gonna be on you,
That's
nigga. And we
part of
gonna
it.
talk about you too. We gonna talk
Yep.
about you. So I think that's why niggas scared to draft him. Shedeur
That's
better. He
part of it.
really
I
better
agree with
than
that.
50% of the quarterbacks
Hold
in
on,
the
Jay.
league
Come
right now,
back.
bro.
Come back, Jay. I'm gonna let your buck dancing ass back up here. I'm trying to let somebody
I
else
agree
go.
with that.
Somebody else want to come
I
up here.
agree.
Shedeur better than
I
a
know you
lot of these
been.
quarterbacks in the league, bro. I ain't lying, bro. He better than
That's
But I
Shedeur
facts.
believe
Smith. He
eyes
Hey,
better
eyes
than
show, I'll
Brock
bring
drop
money,
Purdy.
out.
bro.
Show, I'll drop out. You
He's
turn.
not
I
better
can
than
go
no
down the
Brock
line of
Purdy.
niggas,
Stop
bro.
it, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
Who he
I
better
believe
than?
eyes bring money, so I don't understand that.
Better
I
than
don't
Brock
understand that
Purdy?
point of
Come
view,
on,
Jay.
man.
Yeah, he better than Brock Purdy right now.
No, he's not. That's cap.
He
Right
better than
now.
Brock Purdy.
Right
He
now.
better. He
That's
got a
cap,
better arm,
man.
bro.
No,
He got a
no, he
better
Hey,
not,
arm.
you don't
man.
know
He got
ball.
a better
You
arm,
don't
my
know
nigga.
ball for real. That don't say nothing to me. You go off
Oh
stats.
my
Hey,
You don't
God.
know eye
Oh,
test. You don't know
Tony
quarterback. You
said.
don't know layer
Tony
flow.
said.
You don't know outside
Tony
the
said.
numbers.
Hey,
do
Tony
you watch
said.
sports, man? God,
Shador.
Lord.
Tony said Shador got to come up there with his pants pulled all the way up to his chest. Talk proper and
And
sit down with his legs crossed. And he want him to put Borax on his head and walk in there with a purse. He would have got drafted top 5. That's what he's telling us.
something like that, but not to the extreme. So come on.
Because we
uh, yep.
Yeah, I think his mic went out. But yeah, all that stuff. When you talk about his attitude, when you talk about all that stuff, he was the most sacked quarterback in college. But
Yeah, I'm back.
his attitude, he wasn't toxic with the other players. So when did that become a thing? That shit
You talking
started
about?
being mentioned in this
You talking about
draft process.
toxic? You talking about toxic?
Yeah, if I'm getting my ass kicked because y'all ain't blocking, being toxic would be uh cussing y'all out every time I get back to the sideline.
Okay, let's go back to what Jake said. Right, that was correct, and y'all ignored him. The first year that we seen him, almost every game he was throwing his offensive line under the bus. Man, you don't do that. Shedeur was doing that. We cannot
That's
deny
not true.
that he was not throwing them under the bus. And
He wasn't
Deion was
doing that
throwing them
every
under
game.
the
That's
bus.
that.
That is a damn lie.
You camping, man. That is the truth. He
Hey,
was
what
throwing
you
them
was
under the
supposed
Damn
to?
bus.
lie.
He was supposed to
He
say
said
nothing.
some.
Why they play bad? Well, he was
Listen,
supposed to say nothing.
I'm gonna tell you one. He said
And
something
I
about his
think
offense.
that's why they
Listen,
start allowing that.
listen,
I think that's why they
listen,
didn't care if he got sacked.
listen. That is
Remember
a
when
damn. Hold on, hold on. That is a damn lie. He said
it's
something
not a
about his
lie.
offensive line one time, and that's it. And everybody took
That's a
that one
lie,
time
man.
when he
Stop
said something about
lying.
his offensive line and ran
Nope.
with it. He
Nope.
said something about his offensive line
I'm gonna give
once.
you a perfect
That
example
was
of what
it.
they did, show. Don't y'all remember when RG3 played with the Commanders? Remember when RG3 went to Daniel Snyder and started talking about how bad the player the thing what he wanted, and the guys stopped blocking for him? I think that's what happened to Carter when he started doing that. The lineman said, "Fuck that, we're not blocking for your ass. You keep complaining and shit, talking about us. We can't block it." And I
Bro,
think that's what happened, man.
what are
They
you
stopped
talking
blocking for
about,
that
bro?
man.
No, that's not what happened, bro.
It
Where
is
you
what
get all
happened,
this shit
man.
out your
Did you
ass,
watch
bro?
the first? Did you watch it the first year?
Yes, I
Come
did.
on.
I watched every
Whether
damn
you
game
right
they
or
Did you
you
see
played.
how
wrong,
many times he got sacked?
I watched every damn game they played, and I know
You
you're
didn't answer
lying.
my question. Did you see how many times he got sacked the first year in
Of course I
Colorado?
did. I said his first year he got sacked 70 times.
Did you hear the people in the media saying the Shedeur is getting killed?
He said
The
something
media
about
was
his
saying that.
offensive line One time,
Oh my
sir.
God.
Once.
It wasn't no one time, man. You
Yes, it
capping, man.
was. One
You lying
time.
to these people, man.
One time,
And
and the
Shedeur was
media took
complaining
that
like
and
Jay
ran.
said every week, man.
He said something about his
Nah, man, you
offensive
lying,
line
man.
one time. And the
That's a
media
lie,
took
man.
it
That's a
and
lie, man.
ran with it and made it seem
No.
like he was criticizing them on a regular basis, and that was not the
I
case.
seen it. No, you lying. You want to be right, but okay, we allow you to be right, but you lying. Because that man was complaining
Nah, bro
in his
was
press
he was
conference.
complaining every week. I saw it. He was
He
complaining
was
every week.
complaining of the line, and Deion was mad, and Deion ducking their shit because Shedeur was taking a beating.
The coach is supposed to say something to their line if the
Nah,
quarterback.
I'm talking about Shedeur.
Why are we acting like in football
We
that
talking
hasn't
about
happened?
Shedeur, not the coach. We talking about Shedeur.
Shedeur was complaining every
He
week in the
complaining.
media
He
about
was
the line,
complaining.
and the players did not like that shit, man.
Man,
Like
you
Shedeur.
crazy. Be quiet, bro.
Did Deshaun Watson complain about the
So I just
Browns
gave
O
you an
line?
example.
Did Big
RG3
Ben
did the
complain?
same thing. I'm here in
Did
DC, man. I'm trying to tell you,
Kyler Murray
they
complain
was
about his
not
O line?
blocking for that man. RG3
Patrick
did the
Mahomes
same
block.
thing.
Did
They
Patrick
stopped
Mahomes
blocking
complain
for him,
about his
man.
O line?
Yes, every quarterback I've heard complain about their O line when they getting hit 60 and 70 times. Yes.
They
Deshaun
stopped
Watson.
blocking
Deshaun
for you.
Watson didn't complain about his O
Because
line.
Deshaun Watson didn't play. So he don't gotta complain. Joe Flacco was the quarterback.
I'm talking about last year when his O line didn't block. He didn't complain about his O line.
Who?
So why is Shedeur Sanders complaining?
What the?
What? Oh my God.
Where do y'all get these motherfuckers from, man?
Oh my God.
And Deshaun Watson O line was atrocious for the Cleveland Browns.
Everybody
He was
seen
terrible.
Shedeur complaining, bitching about they not blocking for him, man. Come on, man. What you talking about? He was taking a beating, man. Y'all didn't hear last night they said that dude Jaxson for the Giants, they say that he's a better scrambler than Shedeur. Come on, man. They said, I heard it last night. They said that. They're afraid that Shedeur gonna take too many sacks, man.
I guess like Caleb did.
No, they're gonna take a lot of sacks like David Cobb when he played with Houston.
It's crazy.
Y'all hear me?
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
You breaking up. You like Robotnik.
This all boils down to one question. If you think Shedeur Sanders was a first round talent and they passed on him, that's the only thing we discussing. I actually believe he was a
Right.
first round talent and that they
Based on
passed
what?
on based
Based
on
on
his
his
play,
film.
based on his film, based on the games that I watched.
On this film.
That
The
is
film
my
said,
opinion.
what's that the film saying? Oh, he threw for over 4,000 yards. Y'all are correct on that. But who the teams they have played? Y'all
his
making it look
ability
like
to
they play
make plays
Alabama
under
and
duress.
Texas and all these teams, man. Come on, man.
What does that
Why?
even mean? Because
Why do
why
you
the
got to go to
person
who he
went?
played?
Why
Why
did
you
that
And
just
person
still,
go
when
from
the
saying?
number
games matter, they lost. Y'all keep on
What are
glossing
you
over them,
talking about?
making
They've
the
been
point that you don't want to accept.
You know
let
The
what's
me
funny?
game
You
finish.
know
that
what's
they
funny?
played, they lost.
But
You know what's
let me
funny,
The
finish.
Riley?
game that they
There have
did
been
lost.
a lot of college quarterbacks who've lost games and were
No,
first
we
round
talking about
talents.
Shedeur.
No, what I'm saying is we've seen a lot of quarterbacks that have lost games that are first round talents. We review, we evaluate based on that position. It takes a
Yeah,
team to win games.
yeah.
You know how many quarterbacks are thrown for a lot of yards and end up being
That's
bust?
not what
So
I'm
I don't
saying.
go by how
It
many
takes
yards
a
they
That's
throw.
not.
team to
See, you
win
gotta.
games.
You sitting up here talking about the throwing the
We
yards. We talking
evaluated the
about
quarterback position.
we talking about the way he played. That's what I'm
The
talking about. I
way
ain't
he
talking about his
played,
yards.
okay,
Watching that
and
kid
that's the point
play,
I'm making. The way he played,
watching him throw the
why can't
ball
it be that all
with
32
precision.
NFL teams said that he just don't fit our team? That's my point. Maybe they don't have to be because of the name. Maybe they just said he just don't fit what we're looking for.
But that's
That's
not
what
what we're
I'm saying.
saying. I'm
That ain't
asking
what you
you, do
saying
you
though.
believe
That's what
he's a
I'm
first
saying.
round talent? Period. Answer that
Nah.
question.
Nope.
You
If
said
he was
no.
a first round talent, he would have got drafted. That's how I look at it. And that's
Okay, so
period.
you don't have,
That's
so
how
you
it
don't
always
evaluate
is.
on your own.
Hey,
Okay, I got you.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Y'all hear me?
Still messing
Sound
up.
very gravelly.
Bro, I don't know where you at, but you sound terrible. Got a lot of static back.
Yeah, it's a lot of
God
static.
Lord.
Please mute. But I mean, I don't evaluate off of what everybody else say. I evaluate off of what I say and what I'm seeing. If you feel like he's not a first round talent, fine. Come with that opinion. But don't be
I
telling me
said
about
that.
everybody else.
No. You're talking about somebody. No, that's what I've been saying
Why?
all along since I've been on here. I've been saying that.
Him not being a first round talent. Why none of the points are about football?
It is about football. That's why he's not a
You
first round talent.
You
That's
haven't
why.
made an argument about football yet.
Hold on, y'all.
Hey,
Rashid.
what about now? What about now? Y'all
Yeah,
hear me now?
now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he-
better. That's
Yeah, we
better.
can hear you, Show.
Hold
You got
on a
$10
second.
super chat,
Hold
Joe.
on. Yeah, I'm trying to read it. This boy right here on all cap, bro. Shout out to Rasheem. Shout out my boy Rasheem, man. He said, bottom line, if Shedeur was white, he would have been the number one pick. His skin, his confidence was keeping him from being
Oh man,
drafted.
that's race
They
baiting stuff
don't
again.
like him. They don't like. Hey, homie, you gonna let me finish? Hey, Kim Folk, let me know when I can finish reading my super chat. Let me know, bro.
All right, go ahead. My bad, show.
You gonna cut me off, dog? Okay.
My bad, show.
They don't like him or his dad. They're sending a message. F the NFL. That's what he said. This boy Tony, bro, you sad, bro. Hey, then you gonna say you don't think he should be a first round draft pick, but yet, Jaxson Dart got drafted first round. You say you don't believe he should be going number one. You said Shedeur better than him. So how did he go number one over Shedeur?
I told you that, and you want me to answer it again. I say a lot of it
No,
got to do with
you don't have to.
Brash and a whole lot of the other stuff, the intangibles. That's why he didn't get drafted, and they chose
you don't
Jake.
have to. You don't have to answer it anymore.
What are tangibles? Jaxson Dart got?
Man, he fit New. I just answered it. He fit New York City, and Shedeur didn't. Period.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, you ain't answer my question. What are tangibles?
I just answered it.
Well, what about skills? Skills and all this other stuff. What about that? You say we talking about talent.
I said the owners just. Remember I said earlier. I said the owners just don't look at that. They also look at their brand. They look at all of that other stuff, including the executives look at what you just said. Show I agree with you, but the owners look at the total thing of everything, and they look at Jason. Who is better for our brand? He may not be better, but he fit us in our city, so we draft him.
Man, so who you think they'll make? Who you think?
And that's why they always lose. Exactly.
How you think?
I think Shedeur fit a team like New Orleans. He fit that.
Time out. Who you think they would make more money with? Jaxson Dart or Shedeur Sanders? Who you think they'll make more money with? Who you think they'll make more money with? Jaxson Dart or Shedeur?
I think if Jason come good, they can make more money with the Jason guy in New York.
Okay.
Know this dude.
He's a white guy. Let's keep it real, y'all. He's a white guy. We black, right? He's a white guy. If a white guy succeed in New York City, woo, that's big, man. That's big.
A white guy already did succeed.
I'm being honest, man. Let's be honest.
Lay off that.
Eli Manning succeeded in New York City. What are you talking about? He got two.
And he made a lot of money too.
Lay off that.
A lot of money.
Hey man, you need to get off the sauce, man. You want some bad?
Get off the sauce. You want to dig ride? You want to dig ride Shedeur, but you don't want to speak facts. I'm speaking facts.
Hold on. You talking about dick riding? Now you going too far. Nah, I don't fucking dick ride, nigga. You up in here buck dancing, riding the fence. Talking about you love your black people, bro. No, you sitting up here shitting on Deion for being a father, bro. That's what he is, a great father on top of that.
I didn't say anything
your ass
about
would have did the same thing. You sit up there hating on Deion. You mad and hating on Deion because he got his son in the league. But I guarantee you this. You had the same opportunity. You do the same exact thing, bro.
No,
You
I
just
didn't
want to
say
be
that.
a
I
coon.
agree
That's
with
all, bro.
you. Look, see, this is what I'm saying, and you lose me, show. I'm saying that the NFL owners, I've been saying this since I've been on the phone, they don't look at things how me and you
Nah,
look
but
at it. They look at it from a different lens, man. They don't look at it how we look at it. They don't look at it the way how we look at it, man. They don't look at it from a
Tony. You
fan
said that's
perspective.
your Tony. Stop it, Tony. You said
Look at it from a
your
fan
own
perspective,
mouth. You
show.
got a problem with Shedeur. You got a problem with
No, I
Deion
don't, man.
Sanders. How he does
Y'all
with his
looking at
son.
it from a fan
Yes, you
perspective,
do.
man. I'm not looking at it
Nah,
from a
bro.
fan perspective,
I'm going
man.
on what you said. You said you got a problem. You got a problem how Deion Sanders treats his son. Did y'all not hear him say that?
I didn't say it like that. No. Y'all know I didn't say that like the way Show put it. Come on, Show.
Yes, you
What are you
did,
saying?
bro.
Show, don't do that, Show. You know I didn't say it like that, Show. Show, don't
Come
do that,
on, bro.
Show. You
You
know
know
I
you
didn't say
can't.
that.
Hey,
Show, you know
Roger,
I
am I
didn't say
lying
it
for
like
you?
that,
Did he
Show.
not say that, bro?
That's a
Come
lie,
on,
Show.
dog.
You
Like
know I
you,
did not say that. I said that the fact is,
Tony,
man, he's rubbing them the wrong way. I said he's brash, and he got
man,
it's a lot of
Tony,
ego in it, man.
come on, bro. You
That's why
scrambling
I say
like
I agree with a lot of stuff
two
that
eggs
Jay was
right now.
saying. That's why I say I agree
You
with a
know
lot of
what you're
stuff what Jay
saying,
was saying
bro.
was correct.
So if he would have
You
got
agree
Come
with
high
on,
Jay
dog.
because y'all
running
got
from
that
the
same
police, that'd have been
mindset,
better
man.
than
They ain't
being
got
cocky.
all these football players are cocky, arrogant nowadays. You dealing with a different generation of kids. All
All
these
of them
people.
are.
That's what it
Y'all
is.
looking at it from iron lens, man. Y'all not looking at it from no white.
So no player should have got
Y'all
drafted
lenses, man.
yesterday. None.
Y'all not looking
Bro.
at it from their lenses, man. Y'all looking at it from y'all perspective. Y'all not looking at it
No,
from
we're
their
not.
perspective.
Because the problem with what you're saying is there have been other football players that act just like him that were drafted.
It's a totally different situation.
How is it totally different?
Because they dealing with also the fact that they dealing with a Hall of Famer's son. So that make the is a little more different because you're dealing with Deion Sanders' son. So they make it elevate the whole matter. That's why.
So you just made it seem like so. Let me get this straight. So Shedeur doesn't get to act like the rest of the football players because he's a Hall of Famer's son.
I didn't say that.
Is that what you're saying? Because I
No.
just told you, brash football players get
I
drafted in
said
the
that
first
Deion
round.
should have told. Look, I said Deion should have told Shedeur to tone, like what Jay was saying. Deion should have told him to tone a lot of stuff down with what he was doing.
Okay, well, let me. Okay,
The other brash football players that he hang around.
but
What
Keisha, this the thing though. But hold on, but Tony, this the thing. You saying all this, but why them brand deals knocking on his door? Why they knocking on his door? If they think if he's doing too much.
Come on, man. We know a lot of the brands got to do with Deion Sanders being his father. Come on, show. We're not going to do that, man.
Man, will you?
Show, you're a real smart guy. Don't act like you don't know that, man.
Okay, why?
You be naive. You're too smart to be this naive. You know a lot of that
Bro,
stuff got to do with him being this father. You know that, man.
Come on, dog.
Way too smart not to know that. And you ever know
Brands
that?
But if he had a
themselves.
bad attitude,
Brands
would it matter that his daddy was a Sanders?
He gets all of these stuff. It's not because with the help of Deion. Something is wrong with y'all if y'all don't believe that.
Brands only attach themselves to people and teams that's going to make them money. That's why they're attaching themselves to him because they know
Oh my God.
he's going to make them some money.
What him? Who is father? Don't Deion have a lot of pull and a lot of rank with people? Yes, he does. You know what Shedeur said? I heard him say this yesterday. He said, I only play our family music. He said, I don't play no other artist music. I only gonna play
he
our
don't play
music.
nobody music but his own. So what? What's wrong with that?
Slim, oh my God.
What's wrong with him saying he don't want to listen to nobody else's
You
music
got
but
a
his own?
problem. You got a problem with everything you do, bro.
Some
Yeah,
things
you
that
got a
you
problem
just
with
keep
Deion.
to yourself,
You
man.
got a problem. Your problem is with Deion and his son.
No,
That's
I'm
what your
saying
problem
It
is.
is. All it is.
No, my saying is,
yes, it is, bro.
just keep something. Have your mom tell you some things you just keep to yourself?
Your problem is with Deion. That's your
It's
problem.
not what. Yeah, he's part of the problem. You are
That's
correct.
your problem.
Part
That
of
ain't
it. I
got nothing to
said
do
that.
with that child. That he just
Yeah, your
yeah, he
problem is
just
with
he
Deion.
just
No,
he just
it's not. I say he's part of
deflecting.
it. I didn't say he's all of it. He's part of
No,
the problem.
all we got to do is
Mm-hmm.
listen to you talk as much as you have today. Your
Nah,
problem is with
he's
Deion
part
Sanders,
of the
bro.
problem, and y'all don't want to
So
accept it, man.
what is the problem with Deion? Okay. I'm gonna ask you again one more time. What's your problem with Deion then? What is the problem then?
I told you. A lot of the stuff Jay was saying, man. Too brash, man. It's an ego
Uh,
problem, man.
Deion been like that his
So
whole
so
damn
Deion
life,
can't
man.
be confident either,
Hold
huh?
up, hold up. Him being a Hall
let him
of
finish.
Famer,
Let him finish.
him being a Hall of Famer, he should have instructed him to do these interviews. Come on, man. He should have instructed him to do it. Him being a Hall of Famer, say, Shedeur, you should be like this. Present yourself this way. Do these workouts. Do this. He should have said
You
that
sound.
to him. So that's why when Jay was saying it come as to owners like he's entitled. It come off like he's entitled. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do an interview. It come off. I'm not saying he's entitled, but it come off to them owners and the executives. I didn't say
Boy,
to
you
Show.
sound like a
I
buck
didn't say
dancer
to
for
Tony
real.
White. I said to them owners
Hey,
and executives. It come off
If
like
I can
the
see right now,
entitled
if a white man
individual.
jumped up in front of you and told you to tap dance, you would tap
No,
dance
I
your ass.
didn't say
bro,
I'll
for me
tap dance
to
all the
of
time.
y'all. I said for the owners, it
bro
come off.
came up here. Bro came up here
Like,
with Jason Whitlock talking points, man.
no,
Come
no,
on,
it's not
dog.
so. No, it's not so. I say he's come off like he's entitled to them. I
No,
didn't say
no.
to me. I
You
say to them. I have always stood
I
on
can
that.
see
I
the way
say
you
to
would act
them.
if you got around a white man. All I gotta do is listen to you
Yeah,
talking.
I already
No,
know
no,
it.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I
me
can
no,
see the
no,
too.
way
no,
you
no,
act. You
no.
get around a white man.
No. It's not. No. I'm saying when you're dealing with them, you got to present yourself a certain way, man.
Yeah, we
Period.
heard you,
I
bro.
didn't say
We
I
heard
show
you.
look at it. I didn't
Loud
say
and clear.
I look at it. I say they are billionaire owners and they want things conducted in a certain way. You know, do show like it? Do y'all like it? No. That's just how it is
I
with the
can see
white
right now.
billionaire
You gonna
owners.
be like, yes, a massa, no, some massa,
I didn't
yes, a
say that.
massa.
God,
That's you
I
right
didn't
there.
say that. I'm
That's you
saying when
right
you're
there.
dealing with white billionaire owners, and a lot of them are Jews, you gotta conduct yourself a certain way with them. Do I like it? No, but that's just how it is, man.
How it is in your world.
No, it's not in my world. It's called life, man. That's how it is. They billionaire rich owners. They got the right to fire or hire anybody who they want. So that's why a lot of NFL coaches kiss ass when it comes to them owners because they know they could get fired at any given time. Period, man.
So
He's
no
going
one
to get
thinks
drafted.
they don't think he just wasn't good enough.
Where was all this energy when Tom Brady got drafted late? Where was all this energy when Lamar drafted? Come on, man. They still made the NFL. They still are great players. Tom Brady is the GOAT. So why does it matter if you get drafted in the first or second round? It shouldn't matter. He's still going to get endorsements. He's still going to eventually play. He's still going to have a chance to prove himself. Why does it
For the
matter?
1000th time, we keep saying it's not the fact that he's in his draft, it's the stuff that they were saying to bring his draft status down.
Oh,
That's
you going
what
about
the problem is.
you only going about Mel Kiper's? You only going about one
I'm
now?
not. Oh my God. Never mind.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm
Instead of
done.
old man, I'm asking you one question. Going by Mel Kiper?
I'm talking about period. All the stuff that has been said about this kid in the last 2 weeks to a month. Unnecessary stuff. A lot of it is not true. They did all this to bring his status down. They proceeded. They did what they proceeded to do.
Let me debunk that and kill that argument right now. Before that, this is where I will agree with you, right? Before all of this, he was at the top. But when they started interviewing him and doing all this, like I said earlier in our conversation, his stats went down. He had selling grades. Was his grades high at first? Yes, it was. I agree with you. It was high. But when they start doing the personal interviews and they start doing these things, his stock went down. That's why I'm not shocked, because it went down.
Well,
And then you don't want to do work.
Let me say
How
this
you
one
gonna
thing. I know you
work out? You're trying to make the NFL and you want to refuse to work. Oh, that's crazy to me, man.
Let me explain something to you. You keep bringing up Tom Brady, right? And you talking about where's all this vitriol when Tom Brady was being drafted, right? But
Yep.
Tom Brady played 4 years, and he only averaged like 2,000 yards a season. He didn't
Still
even
going
play
by
his
yards, man. Stop that yard stuff. What that mean, yards?
No, I'm
They
saying
don't make
that's
they don't
why
make
Tom
you a
Brady
good
sat on
player
the
because
bench
you
for
got a
most
lot
of
of
his career at
yards.
Michigan.
So stats don't.
He
So
sat on
he
the
was
stats
on the
don't
bench.
bench
mean
most of
anything.
his career at Michigan.
But
So
you just try to
stats don't
put
mean
that bad
anything.
argument with
P-Valley.
me. Because Shedeur got a lot of yards. And what? What's your
So
point with yards?
so now what he did on the field don't matter either.
Man, I'm asking,
And you
what's
trying to
your
act like
point with the
Lamar getting
yard
drafted at
argument?
32 was okay. Like that was fine. Like that was
We
something
did
that was
not
good.
see him as a first round pick. It's not racism. We didn't see him as being
Nobody brought
that
up
good.
racism. You
Anytime
did.
a Pittsburgh Steelers with a black coach and minority as ownership didn't see you 2 times and they didn't want you 2 times, that let you know it was not about the Sanders name. It was about the talent and the fit.
Okay.
Mike
Yeah,
Tomlin didn't want him. He could have drafted him twice, and Mike Tomlin and that ownership turned him down twice. So it wasn't about the Sanders name. It was about the talent. They didn't see him as the fit, and they didn't see him as the talent. And that's okay, because he's going to get drafted soon. We bitching about one round.
I'm guessing
I'm
you're
sorry.
going
I'm
to
sorry for
change
saying
your
that.
view of him.
Sorry,
You're
Joe.
going to change your view of
He said
him
he's
by
not a
what they
personal
say
talent.
about him, right? You're going to change your view when they change their mind and say he's a good prospect when he goes to the NFL and succeeds
I'm
on the
not
team. Then
changing
you're
my
going to
view.
change your view. No,
I'm
I want
standing
you to
on.
keep the
I'm standing
same
on what I'm
energy you
standing
have
on.
right now,
I
though.
never said he was a bad quarterback. Have you? Since I've been on here, I never said that. I never said he was bad. I never said any of that. I said that the owners see something differently from what fans and other people sing. That's all I've been saying. They sing something
I
differently
know, but
from what
I asked you point blank, what did you feel about him? And
I
you
feel
said you were
that.
going with
I
the
feel
owners.
that. I feel that he have some deficiencies in him that a lot of people don't want to accept. I think he got some good points in him, and I think he got some deficiencies. But when you want, but when
What's the
people say
deficiencies?
Every player got a deficiency.
Yeah, what that because
for one, I think for one, he holds on to the ball too long. Adam
Okay.
Sachs wasn't about the line. Some of them was about the line, but he had a habit of holding on to the ball too long. Two, if
Shedeur,
you
hold on a second.
hold on, listen, I'm gonna give y'all. Number 2, what he does a lot. When you watch him do quarterback, he have his eye on one receiver. He's like he's have his eye locked on one receiver a lot of the time.
That's a lie.
That is. You do not watch
He
that
hold on to
kid
the
play.
ball all the time, man.
That is a lie.
Oh my, that's not a lie. That's why he hold on to the ball on forever because he got his eye on that one person who he want to throw it to. If that was the case, he'd throw it out of bounds. So how's that cap? That's not cap. He got his. There's a lot of quarterbacks like that, so that's not a bad thing. There's a lot of quarterbacks have their eye just on a
Oh,
certain team.
he can't work. Hold on, but
He's not a running quarterback. I'm giving to you show 3. He's not a running quarterback. They say the Jaxson guy, right? They say that he's a running quarterback. I remember in the city last night. They say, yeah, he like to run with the ball. Shedeur don't run like him and stuff like that. Shedeur may be a better. Who was saying the attributes he's not a good runner?
Mm-hmm.
He may not be a good locker fit as far as because you don't know, do you have to deal with the aspect, with the Deion Sanders aspect? And I think that's the number
Here he
one
goes,
thing.
going right back to
No,
Deion.
that's the number one thing I think that
Yeah, there you
scare
go.
owners, the owners, the Deion Sanders effect. If my son not starting quarterback, is Deion gonna be bitching and
Deion is not
it's
going to
scaring
be
the
doing that
owners.
type of.
It's scaring them. I believe that. It's scaring them.
Mm-hmm.
They know he's not no shit. They know Shedeur not no shit. They know that, but they know that.
But it's Deion's fault. It's all on Deion, right? We got it.
I didn't say that. I just get. I didn't
Dude,
say
you
that.
did say that. Quit saying you didn't say that, and you've been saying it all for hours.
No, but
he
I
been
keep
saying
on
the
saying.
whole
I
time.
didn't
Stop
say the
saying you didn't
majority.
say that.
I just gave you some deficiencies, and you keep on ignoring what I said.
Stop saying you didn't say that, and you've been saying the same shit for hours.
Look, but you know what you're doing? You keep focusing. I can name 10 things, but you know what you keep doing? You keep focusing on one thing.
The
Focus
one
on
main
all
thing
the
you keep
things that I'm
saying
saying.
that you
No,
saying you didn't
focus
say.
on all the things that I'm saying instead of just focusing on the Deion Sanders effect. Damn, you keep focusing on Deion. I named
Because you
things
keep
of the
saying
Deion.
Deion.
I
That's
just
why.
named other things besides Deion. What else you want me to do? I named other things.
You said other things, but everything comes right back around to who? Deion
You thinking it?
Sanders.
These people
Hey,
who listen
hey,
to us
hey,
know you making it up.
this
I
all
just,
gonna happen. This all
hey,
gonna
show,
happen
you
right
just
here.
heard what I just said, show. I named you, show.
Nah, I know you've been blaming Deion. You don't like Deion. I get it,
Oh,
homie.
damn.
That's fine. You don't like Deion. Jason Whitlock got you all confused, thinking Deion Sanders a
I
bad
never
father.
said that, show.
He's over cocky. Y'all boys bad. Y'all boys sad and pathetic. You know what's gonna happen, Roger? This is
Show,
gonna
you
happen.
know I never said
Roger,
that,
Roger.
show.
Hey, Roger, watch this, Roger. This is gonna happen. Now
Go
you
ahead.
hear these folks. Shedeur not good enough, right? He
I didn't
gets
say that.
drafted, right? No. Oh, hold on. So, okay. So, do you think he should have got drafted in the first round?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
If we basing it on fit and need,
Just answer the question, brother.
I don't know. That's a tough question. That's a tough
Yes or no?
class.
It's a yes or no, bro. It's a yes.
It's not. No, it's not a yes or no. It's not that simple because I would have to know what
It is that simple, bro.
every
It's not a
team
great
needs.
draft.
Hey, panel, everybody that's listening, how many times have y'all heard everything this man has said over and over again? Who else it went back around to?
I named 10,000
Who has
things.
it been
I
back
keep
around to?
naming Deion
Who
Sanders.
is the blame went back around to? Can anybody on the panel tell me
You
what he
named
just said?
It sounds like you're the one that keeps kissing up the Deion.
Who has it been?
You, not
Everything
me.
he said revolved all the way back around to one person, Deion Sanders.
You named Deion more than me. So how? Oh my God. I named other things, man. You keep focusing on Deion because you love Deion. You want him to buy you.
Man, come on, bro. You trying to swing it back on Roger, bro? We going on what you said, bro. Tony, you just said.
And you know I didn't say that,
Come
show.
on, bro. I'm listening to you, Tony.
I did not say that, show. Don't do that, show. You
Hey,
know I
bro,
didn't.
are you okay? You good?
So you know I didn't do that, man.
Why you keep
I
saying
did
you
not
didn't
make
say
it
that
all
and you
about
done
Deion.
said
I
it 50
say
million
part
times?
of it. I say at the beginning. What did I say, show?
You all right?
I said at the beginning. I said part of it is about Deion. Didn't I say that? At the beginning, didn't I say that? And I stuck with that.
So okay, all right. So look, check this out. What's the other part of it? It's talent, right?
Huh?
You mentioned his talent earlier. You sticking
I
to
didn't
that?
say me. You see, y'all keep making it about me. I say how
Well,
the
no,
owners
hold on. I'm asking you right now. I'm asking you.
Okay, you asking me right now.
Earlier you said we think he
I
better
think
than
he's
what
a
he
very
actually
talented.
is.
I think he's a very talented guy. And do I believe that somebody should draft him in the first round? I think the talent that he got, somebody probably could have got him in the first round. If we based it on, but the owners didn't look at it because what Tony White look at. They looked at it. I looked at it because
Look. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he gets drafted first round or not. My whole point of this live stream was this: he should have been drafted first round. Number one. Number two, I think y'all only putting out these hit pieces. One of the main reasons, the biggest reason why y'all putting out this hit piece, because his last name is Sanders, bro. He's Deion Sanders' son. That's one of the biggest reasons. Because y'all been riding on Deion. Y'all been riding on Deion for the last 2 years, 3 years, all because he wants to be a coach and he wants to put his son in a good position to win in life. That just sound like to me. That's what it's always been about.
I haven't heard one person that said that. Everybody who keeps saying that are fans. Y'all trying to get it to fit y'all narrative.
I heard it like this. If you put his awards and his stats and take his name away, it screams first round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what's your point?
That's the point.
What's your point?
That is the point. I don't know what
No,
else
that's
to
not
say.
the point. What's the point?
That is the point.
That's not the point. If that was the point, he would have got drafted by one of them 32 teams, and they didn't. Don't make this about race. If it was about the Pittsburgh still had a chance to get them twice. What did everybody say within the last week? What did everybody say within the last week? Pittsburgh was going to get him. Pittsburgh was going to get him. And what happened? They turned his butt down twice. So don't say it's not about race. Everybody had him going to Pittsburgh. And the Steelers did not.
I don't understand. What I don't understand is you keep bringing up race. You keep bringing up race, but nobody else brought it up but you.
I didn't bring up race.
The same way he keeps saying Deion Sanders was saying
I said y'all keep race baiting. I say stop race baiting. That was y'all race baiting. Not me.
Who is
I
y'all?
told you. Everybody when I got on here, I say stop
I ain't said
race
one thing
baiting.
about race since I've been up here.
No way, I was on here before you got on here. I'm telling them stop race baiting. And he was race baiting, trying to make this draft about race. And I said, I think most of this is about talent. I said some of this may be a little bit about Deion, but most of this is about talent.
Can you stop lying on people now? Nobody made this about race no one, bro. Can you stop doing that, dog?
When I was on his show, and you know I did. I kept on saying stop
You
race
so
baiting.
on television though, bro. Like ain't nobody making it to race baiting, bro. Like, and bro, we just call it for what it is. Kim folk, have there ever been other guys, other African American athletes get criticized for being confident in themselves? Like, is that not going on in this world, bro? Like, stop it, bro. Stop
I
acting
didn't
like
say
that's
that.
not. Okay then.
It's a
So we
big
just
difference
fucking
between being. Do y'all know the difference between confidence and arrogance? It's two different things. There's a big difference between being confident and being arrogant, and y'all keeps calling it confident. And you say, what's wrong with being arrogant?
Yeah, what's wrong with being arrogant?
Want me to explain it again? What's wrong being arrogant is being arrogant to the wrong person could cost you. I didn't say to me. I didn't say to you. I didn't say to show or
You
get
just
down
saying being arrogant to the white man will cost you. Just say that, brother.
You can't. I already said it. You want me to say that? I said it. God damn, I said I'm not afraid to say it. I said when you're dealing with billionaire owners, I said when you're dealing with billionaire owners, you got to move a certain way.
I got you. So the white players can be arrogant, it's just the black ones can't.
Nah, man, they not arrogant like Shedeur and Deion. Stop
Let me
doing.
ask you a question.
Don't do that, man.
Let me
Don't
ask
do
you a
that.
question. Do you think these white billionaire owners got didn't get being arrogant? Do you think they wasn't arrogant at some point in their life?
Nah, not y'all keep on changing
a certain amount of
man.
arrogance. It takes a certain amount of arrogance to be successful.
Nah, y'all changing the narrative. I'm talking about how these look. We black, right? All of us black, I think, over here, right? What I'm saying, when you and we know this, even in the corporate arena, right? When you dealing with rich white people, and when you black, it's a certain way, and you work with them. It's a certain way you move when you operate with them, man. Y'all may not want to agree with it. Y'all may not want to accept it, but anybody who work in the corporate arena, man, they won't gonna agree with me. You got to move a certain way when you dealing with them kind of people. Is I'm saying, is it right? No, it's not right. But I'm saying that's how it is when you dealing with them.
But sir, you just put down what we was talking about when you brought up race. So it is different for us, right?
No, I didn't say the whole. I said some of it got to do with Deion. You keep making it like I didn't say none of it. I said yes, some of it do got something to do with Deion, play a part in this. Why he didn't
and
get
some of
drafted.
it have to do with race, right? Because you just broke it down to us, right?
I'm not saying it got no. It don't have. I don't believe it got nothing to do with the race part. I think. I'm not going. I'm not going there. Do it got something to do with Deion? Most definitely.
Here we go. But you just said that. You just said he needed to act a certain way, though.
And the arrogance that prime time display. Yes, it runs billionaire owners the wrong way, man.
Again, you're back to blaming Deion.
The way Deion acts as a grown man, he grown now.
Y'all not
for a long time.
Y'all not getting what I'm saying, man. I have worked in the corporate arena, so that's why maybe I have worked in the corporate arena. Maybe y'all, that's why y'all don't get it, man. But people that work in the corporate arena with the billionaires, like if you work for Spirit or if you work for IBM or anything, you gotta move a certain way, man. When you work under the billionaire owners, man, it's not the same as working a regular job, man. You gotta move a certain way. When you're dealing with the billionaire owners in the corporate arena, you got to move a certain way, man. You gotta come to work a certain way. They want you with your suit and tie on. They want you with this. Why you think the New York Yankees, their thing got it where they don't want hair on their own? Let me know. Answer your question.
Hey man,
The New
stop
York
talking,
Yankees
Prince.
got it. They can't have. It's a corporate, right? The Yankees got it. The Steinbrenner's had it where you can't have hair on your face. I don't care if you.
But they changed that
New York
because
Yankees
times
want
are
hair on their
different.
face.
But they changed that because times are different. They
But I'm
changed that
making a
policy.
point in the corporate, but it still go that way in the corporate arena. Corporate arena is still ran that way, man. That's all I'm saying. When you're dealing with billionaire owners, you gotta move a certain way.
I get what you're
What does the
saying.
corporate have to do with
You're not.
football?
Hold on.
They got
This is
nothing to
not.
do with football. What you talking about? They
What
don't
does that
like
have
the
to do
way
with
the
on the
Sanders
field?
family. They don't like what the Sanders family move. They don't like how they move.
What does that have to do with
That's
what he can
what I'm
do on the
saying.
football field?
Well, it got something to do with their brand. Brand is part of
He has the
football. It's
biggest
just not
brand
about
out of
talent.
any athlete in this draft.
Nah, man.
So what do you
It go
mean
back to the
brand?
point what I was saying. It go back to the point what I was saying with the Jason guy. Why they chose him over Shedeur because he's the
They
perfect
choose him
fit for
over
New York.
scheme fit.
Shedeur's not the good fit for New York, but the Jason guy is. Is it right? I'm not saying
It
it's
wasn't
right,
because the
but
brand. It was
it's
because
what
the
it is, man.
scheme. It was because scheme, not brand. Scheme.
Nah, man, it's not that, man. You want to make
What
it
are
about
you
race.
talking about,
People
bro?
always make everything about race, man. Everything not about our race all the time, man.
That's not.
Stop making it about race.
You made it about race when you
No,
said we
y'all
have to
making it
show up.
about race, man. It's not
Let me
about race.
finish. Let me
It's about
finish. You
talent.
made it about race when you said that we had to show up a certain way. You were talking about
No,
us
I'm
black
saying,
people,
I
was
have
you
said
not?
earlier, they don't like the way Deion should do it, like Jay said earlier, move. And I agree with what he said, and I agree with that. I believe that play a big part in it. I agree with that statement when he said that.
You're not
I told
listening,
you.
brother.
Okay, I
He's
get
telling.
you. So how is he moving that is so detrimental?
I already explained it so many times.
Well, you gotta
You
understand, Jay
explained
coming
him
from a
wearing a
different
chain.
perspective too.
All you explained was him wearing a chain and him
But Jay
being
already
arrogant.
told y'all. If you listen to him, if you've been around here long enough, Jay already told y'all, black women, white women is better than black women. So we already know
Oh
what kind
Lord.
of time
Oh
he
well,
on.
I ain't got nothing else to say to that. Then let me move on. I can't deal with people like that. That's crazy as
You out here quoting,
hell.
you out here quoting Jay. Jay don't even like his own skin tone.
Oh
He don't even
Jesus.
like.
Okay, if he did, but he was making some great points. He was.
Uh-huh.
He
Well,
was
you
on
just
some
go,
things.
Bro,
I didn't
just
say
go,
everything. On
hey,
just
some
go
bro.
things,
on
he
a
was
line
making
with
Do
great
you
him
points.
then.
realize? Do you realize 70% of the stuff you've been saying since you've been on here is race baiting?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Do you
Y'all been
realize
race
that?
baiting. Y'all been race baiting,
Do
man.
you
Crying
realize
about
seventy
Shedeur.
percent of the stuff you've been saying is race baiting?
Y'all been race baiting. Y'all the ones crying about Shedeur, not
So
me.
you think Shedeur not being drafted first round got nothing to do with race at all? Like it has zero to do with race. Zero.
You said, do I think that? I don't. I think that him not being drafted in the first round got to do with talent, ego, being brash, and not doing them, not doing them interviews, man. I think all four of them things messed them up, man.
It's a lot
Them
of
four
players
things.
didn't do interviews.
Say what?
And he been
It's a lot of players that didn't do
Interviews.
interviews.
He
It's
did
We
do
not
not
all
interviews.
at
talking.
once.
Why y'all keep on naming other people? We talking about him. Stop naming other people. We talk about Shedeur.
It doesn't. It does matter when you talk
Shedeur
about
did. He
that's the
didn't do.
reason.
He didn't do them four things I just said. And I
It
just said
matters
his
when
stock
you
was.
keep
I
saying
just
those
said
are the
his stock was
reasons.
up. Didn't I say his stock was up? And when he didn't do these things, his stock, and that's what happened. Show me, y'all making it look like I'm saying his stock was been down. No, Shedeur's stock was up, but it went down after these things, man. It just started
And
crumbling down.
you basically
he
saying
not
because he
humble.
ain't
He
kowtowed
not
to the
humble
white
enough.
man, to the white man's way,
You're
that's
not
why it's
humble enough.
happening now.
You
He
said who's
not
not
humble
humble enough?
enough.
Who?
Shador not humble enough for these people,
Thank
man.
you,
Shador is
thank
not.
you,
He's
thank
not
you,
humble enough
thank
for these.
you. He's not humble enough.
SpongeBob
Thank
disconnected from the Wi.
If he would have cried like Cam did, Cam they like that shit. Somebody crying and shit,
you.
man.
I agree with that. He wasn't humble enough. I agree with that.
So he need
They
to
like
he need to cry.
You need
Okay.
to
No,
try
This
it.
one, this one I don't
no,
like about.
that's the part I blame.
I
That's the part I blame Deion for. Deion should have been talk to Shedeur, like, don't do this. He should have told him
bro, what are you
how
talking
to
about, bro?
move, man.
Dion should
Him
have
and
told
him
his
being
son
a
to get out
father,
there and
he
cry
should have
and sit
coached
on
him
the
how to
team.
move.
Hey,
Because
bro,
Deion was
hold
somebody that
on a
was the
second.
innovator.
Time
Time
out,
out.
bro. You a regular guy trying to tell a Hall of Famer how to groom his son. You don't think he got his kinfolk? Why you think he here in
Nah,
the
man.
conversation? He got his son here.
Dion think the
It's
way
a
how
reason
he
why
did
we
it, how
having
he
a
got in the
conversation. It's a reason why we having a conversation about Shedeur right now. Because of Dion got the man prepared, bro.
But so
He
Dion
got him
using the
prepared for the
tactics what
moment.
got him in. So Dion using the
Dion
tactics what
knows
got him in.
he knows a
Using the
lot of
tactics
this
what
stuff
got him
has
in the
nothing to
NFL.
do with his son. It's him.
No,
Hey,
They trying to
hey,
get him.
Dion is using the tactics
hey,
what got
show.
him in the NFL,
Imagine
and it's not.
imagine a freaking top 5 player in NFL history, top 5 player in NFL history, having to get told by somebody else how to prepare for that level. Come on now.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna tell you
He has
I
something.
mean,
prepared
his
him.
dad is a
He
Hall of
has
Famer.
prepared him
His dad do got
physically.
a gold jacket.
He hasn't prepared him mentally. He's prepared him physically. He's prepared him, you know what I mean, athletically. He hasn't prepared him mentally because Dion
y'all just
don't
don't
even
like
like him.
Dion. That's
No,
Dion
it's
like
crazy.
not,
being
yo.
around people.
No, it's not. It's not about liking Dion, man.
How he haven't
It's about
prepared
a
him
simple
mentally?
truth, man. It's about a
What
simple.
I don't this is what I don't get. What about him mentally did you see on the field
He's
that showed
arrogant.
he
He's
wasn't ready?
brag.
Oh,
He's
they come back.
arrogant.
Lord Jesus, I
He's
can't listen to
brag. You know
this
what I mean? He's
foolishness no
bold.
more.
He's
Dog.
bold. He's arrogant, man.
Everybody talk about he arrogant. Jaxson Dart was arrogant probably.
He is.
I
You
know
said
Cam
probably.
Ward was
You
because I
said
watched
Cam
probably.
many
Ward is
Miami
arrogant.
games.
You
I
said
watched many
probably.
Miami games. Cam Ward was celebrating more than the playmakers on the team. What does
He
that
was.
mean?
They don't
What
care
does
about
that
that. It
mean?
was more eyes on the Sanders, man. The eyes has
Oh,
been on the
so he's
Sanders. The
held to a
media,
different standard.
media,
I got you.
exactly. Yes, he is. Hey, you're
Mhm.
damn right he is.
Mhm. I
You're
got you.
damn right.
He held to a
You
different
know,
standard. Got it.
his daddy
I
is
got it.
Deion Sanders,
Look,
man.
look. They did do it. Cam, look, if you go on YouTube, right? Cam Ward and Shedeur was working out. Shedeur Cam Ward made the statement. He said, "All because you do all that talking don't make you better than me."
And your point of saying
Okay.
that is
Man, he got his ego, man. His ego, like the guy, his ego, man. Come on, man. The guy just Cam Ward said that to him. He said, "All because you do all this talking don't mean you better than me." When they was working out together, he said that to him.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Cam Ward is arrogant.
No, Cam Ward said that to him because Shedeur was saying, "Yeah, I'm this and this," and Cam
No,
Ward was saying,
Cam
"Oh,
Ward is
because you doing that
arrogant.
talk."
He arrogant too, right?
No, that would
No,
make
Cam
Cam
Ward was trying
Ward
to say,
Exactly.
arrogant.
Cam Ward was trying to say, "Oh, because you doing all that talking that shit." That was man, he
Cam
talking
Ward is
that
humble,
shit.
So
man.
Cam Ward is
Sound like
arrogant,
to
right?
me
He's
Cam Ward is
humble, man.
arrogant.
Nah, man, he
He's
trying to say,
humble, man.
yeah,
He broke
let your
down
stand,
crying
don't let
on
your
man,
mouth
man.
do all the talking. That was Cam Ward was saying.
He
Cam
He
Ward was
so he
broke
trying to
down
say,
was
stop
His
crying.
letting
mouth
your
didn't do
stop
all the
doing all that
talking. Did
talking.
you not watch him play on the football field at
Well,
every level?
Cam Ward is way better than Shedeur Cole. We not doing that.
what?
What?
Come on, man. Look at the.
well,
Come
well,
on.
well,
Have you
well look.
watched him when he was at Miami? Did you watch him?
Well,
I'm not talking about
well.
highlights.
Oh,
Did you watch
who he
games?
He
played
had a better
against?
team.
Who he
Yeah.
played
He had a
against? You
Yeah.
better
talking about
team.
competition? Who did he
He
play
had a
against?
better team.
Who was
he
He
his
had
didn't
a
play
better
up
competition?
team.
against.
Now he
Let
got a
me
better team. Oh my god.
He did
let me
have a
tell
better
you who he
team.
was playing. Let me tell you who he
The
was playing
Oh
Hurricanes
my
were
against.
better
god.
than
Who
yeah, the
else?
Hurricanes
Who
were
else
better
off
than
of
Buffalo.
Colorado besides Travis Hunter and Shedeur gonna get drafted? I guarantee you, them the only 2 players on that team gonna get drafted. The running back from Miami gonna get drafted in the next today.
No,
He go
I believe somebody may
the
take a chance.
receipt.
No, I believe somebody may take a chance on Jimmy Horn Jr. He's
Yeah,
pretty
they
good.
might. Yeah, Jimmy Horn might. Yeah, he might get
I think
drafted.
somebody
Right?
may take a chance on him, Jimmy Horn. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he
LaJohntay
might
West
get
is gonna
drafted
get
too.
Well,
drafted too.
Miami has
Hey
a
well,
man,
much
I
better
got news for
football
y'all boys.
pedigree than Colorado.
but hold
They
on,
gonna
y'all.
have multiple players drafted in this draft. Stop.
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Let me tell you this. Let me
Go
tell
ahead,
you who
Casey.
Miami.
Renfro,
Go ahead.
Let me tell
the
you who
wide receiver
Miami
Renfro
played.
probably gonna get drafted. Damian Martinez gonna get drafted. drafted, they're gonna get.
Nah,
They're gonna pro.
if
What?
they
Okay.
doing this to Shedeur, You think
Hold on, hold on.
Charlamagne don't even get drafted? What you talking about?
What's their
They don't
schedule,
have
Love? Hey, Love,
what
what's their
running.
schedule?
Let me ask you a question. What
Hold
running
on,
game did
hold on,
Colorado
Breeze.
have?
Hold on.
Come on, bro.
Breeze, hold on, Breeze.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on. I just want to
Keith
say
go.
one thing. Miami played Miami of Ohio, Texas A&M, Bethune-Cookman,
Tuh,
Temple, Georgia
tuh,
Tech,
tuh,
North Carolina,
tuh.
Clemson,
Trash.
Good team.
Virginia,
Good team.
Garbage.
Good
Virginia,
team.
Virginia, NC
Garbage.
State, and
Good
Florida
team.
State,
Good
Florida
team.
State, Louisville, and guess what? They lost to Louisville, Florida State, North Carolina State.
They playing against way harder teams than Colorado. Come on, man. They
So
play
how
good.
many teams out of there made the college football playoff? That she just
John,
named?
They
Because
playing.
he played Arizona State and they made the college football playoff. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Kansas wasn't that bad. Utah's not bad. Come on, man.
Well, knocked out TCU. I know it's
Okay.
not the same. I know that some of them players went to the league, but still, bro, like,
That was the
come on,
team that
dog.
was in the national championship the year prior.
This man's a hater, bro. This dude's a hater, man. It's crazy.
Nobody not no hater. You don't want to deal with facts.
What
Bro, I'm from Colorado, bro. I watch all the Buff games, bro. I know
Your
what I'm watching
facts
right now.
ain't
Come
my
on, bro.
facts.
And what that
Ain't
means,
nobody
bro?
else facts.
What you want? What you want? A snowball? I
Oh
mean, what?
God, come on, bro. What you hating for, bro?
Nobody not hating, man. I'm telling facts,
Yeah,
man.
bro. You hating because a man
Y'all
can't have
basing it
confidence,
on
bro?
race, man. 32 teams turned them
Bro,
down, and
ain't nobody
Pittsburgh
said.
turned them down
Hold
twice,
on, bro.
and
You the
Giants
one that
turned them
making it
down
more
twice.
about race than
Just
anybody.
because it was
Yeah,
about
you making
talent.
it about the race,
You
bro.
said
Come
you
on, bro.
said
He
hold
relishing in
on real
this,
quick.
boy.
Hold on real
He
quick.
wasn't
Buddy
talented
said
enough at the end of the day to get
hold on real
drafted in the
quick.
first round.
Buddy said Travis Hunter was the talent on Colorado. Without him, Colorado was done. Then why did Shedeur win games when Travis Hunter was hurt?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said
Jay
that?
in the chat. Jay.
Oh, in the chat.
He said they didn't have him.
No, he
Because
said without
Shedeur
Travis
damn
Hunter
beast.
they was done. So why when Travis Hunter got hurt, they
Shedeur
still won
Shedeur
football
the damn
games?
beast.
Right.
Shedeur a beast, man. That's right.
Man, you
I
take
don't
Travis
trust you.
Hunter off his team, man.
Hey,
They
real talk.
let's be
I
honest,
don't
man. Let's
trust
be
you.
honest. They cook,
I
man.
don't. I
They
don't
cook.
trust you, Charleston. I don't trust you, Charleston white ass niggas, bro. Y'all niggas weird. You niggas, you niggas walk around.
Y'all the weirdos. Y'all kissing up to Shedeur and
Ass
Deion. Y'all the weirdos.
niggas.
We not kissing up to
How
you.
are
I
we
just know what I
weird when we
see.
talk?
White
You
ass
know,
niggas,
see,
bro.
you must be new around here. We
No,
cover
I'm not.
every Colorado game, every single one.
Right.
see, he don't know that. That's why I'm saying we've
Man,
watched
Yeah.
dude,
Colorado
trying.
all
You
year.
breaking up,
I have
sir.
watched
Hey,
every game
bro,
too.
don't
So
be
You
a
what's
breaking
The
up.
show was doing. Oh,
They
go
don't
ahead.
accept this whole bad. Like, bro,
No, you
they
breaking
don't
up.
care about
You
you.
breaking up, sir.
Yeah, breaking up.
You breaking up.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, you good.
now, what's gonna be y'all excuse if he don't get drafted in the second round? What y'all gonna say that? If he don't
I
get
know he
drafted,
getting drafted. Come on, bro. Come
nah,
on.
I didn't say that. If he don't get drafted in the second round, what y'all gonna say?
I'm
It's
not
gonna be
even gonna be surprised because they
I'm
already
not
said
gonna.
there's a chance that he won't get drafted in the
What
second
you
round.
hold
Yeah.
on,
Right.
hold on. What you hold on,
Yeah, you
Huh?
said it'd be something wrong if he don't get drafted the second round. That's what you
No,
said, Pat.
I'm asking y'all.
Me
What
personally,
y'all
yeah.
gonna
Show
say?
do. Hey, look. Show do a lot of Colorado games, bro. You know what he watching, man. He's not
I'm
even a
not talking
fan of him.
about what
He's an
show do,
Alabama
man. I know
fan.
what
He
show do,
don't
man. I'm
Colorado
not talking about
games
what
too,
show
bro.
do.
Come on, man.
I'm talking about most of this got to do with the talent, not about race, not about
Oh, so you don't wait.
most of
So
about
you think it's his
y'all
talent?
don't have
That's
to
what you
y'all
think?
don't have to believe it. That's your opinion. That's cool. I think a lot of it they didn't see
It's
the
not.
fit or the talent fit their team.
It's not.
Talent. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not about the time,
All right,
though.
bro.
It's not just about
I
the time.
When it was
I don't
just
think
when it
they
was
feel he
just
was a
when it
first
was
round
just
fit,
hold
man.
on. When it was just about the talent, he was supposed to go number one overall. When it was just about the talent, you the
Who,
one that
Hey,
said the
Mel Kiper?
interviews. You
Mel
just
Kiper?
said the interviews. No, based on all the mock drafts, not just Mel Kiper.
At the beginning of the season, he was predicted to win be in a Heisman
The
race and
mock
everything.
draft was based upon the media.
Everything.
It was not based upon the NFL teams. God damn, y'all don't get it, man. Shit. Y'all basing it on the mock media. The mock media is based upon the media.
No.
It's not based upon the NFL team. The
Shedeur
NFL
was top
team
5,
did not
bro.
agree
Stop
with
it,
that.
man. Shedeur was top 5, bro.
I didn't say that. The mock media was based upon the media. It was not based upon the NFL team. So they did not agree with the mock media. That's what I'm saying. The mock media and the NFL owners and the executives, it was a disagreement. If that was the case, all of y'all would be correct. The executives disagree with the mock media. That's why you can't go by mock media.
Hey, y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good now,
you good.
The mock draft was
Hey,
wrong, so you can't go by that.
Hey, Tony Whitlock. Hey, Tony Whitlock. What if he don't get dropped in the second round? What if he don't get dropped in the second round? Then what?
Second round, he may not go to the fourth round.
Huh?
He may not go to the fourth round.
Now, what you said earlier. Now, Roger, pay attention, Roger. What did he say earlier?
I said earlier. Don't try to put me in the trap. I already know what you're trying to say. What you're trying to do. Try to put me in the trap.
Man, Brady would be sick.
Now you're trying
what
to
did you say earlier?
You're trying to put me in the trap. I know what you're doing. I say maybe it may be for a race thing.
You said now if he don't get drafted in the second round, then yeah, something wrong.
I did say that. I'm not gonna change my mind because I'm not a liar. Maybe something is wrong. We may look into it. If he gets drafted, then I'll stand corrected on everything I said and y'all was wrong.
What?
Oh my
I
God.
stand what I said and all show and all of y'all on the panel. I'm totally wrong. And I was correct.
No, we were right.
Hey man, you need to get off.
If you don't get drafted that second round, I would give all y'all the credit. I would come and say I was wrong. I would come back and I'm like, I was totally wrong. But I know I'm not going to be wrong. So I don't have to give that apology.
You wrong about half of the shit you done said since you've been
Y'all hear me?
Right, Roger.
Yeah, we hear you, sir.
Good, show.
The man had all this thing get sacked that much.
This dude right here, boy, talking about you sad as
The man have his eye on target or have his eyes on target, one target. Come on, man. Look,
How many
the film, man. He had a lot of deficiencies in his arsenal, man. Come on, man.
You know what's crazy? He had the most free rushers in the whole country out of every team, all 100 some odd teams. He had the most clean rushers coming at him when he snapped the ball. And you talking about, oh, he got sacked a lot. He hold the ball too long.
This past season, and I'm looking at the girl. Hold the ball. Come on, man. I'm yelling at the TV. Take the sack. Come on, man. That don't have nothing to do with the offensive line. That has something to do with, man, nobody not telling you to throw the ball. I said when I watch him play, I said
had nothing to do with the offensive
when I watch
line.
him play, I think he got RG3 problem. When RG3 was here in DC, man, we was killing him, right? Because he was doing the same thing. You know, he wouldn't throw the ball out there. We was like, man, down. Yeah, man. We was killing him here, man. Do the same thing, man.
On playback, bro, so we could show him this film, bro. He clearly don't watch football, bro.
Man, you're crazy, man.
The down to you, bro.
Shedeur doing that, man. Don't sit here and lie on this platform and say Shedeur wasn't doing that, man.
O-line was horrible, bro. Every time he snapped the ball.
No, he telling the Colorado fan that the offensive line wasn't terrible. That's crazy.
He talking about the line. I'm not talking about the line. I'm talking about what to do with the ball, sir. You keep on saying the line was horrible.
Yeah, the line
be horrible. Hold up, the line can be horrible, but you're supposed to know to throw the ball out of bounds. I don't care how bad your line is. You should always know that. I watched too many Colorado games.
So what other flaws do we got?
And try to find somebody open, try to make something out
So
of
he
nothing.
hold the ball too long. Okay, you said he hold the ball too long. What other flaws do we got on the
They
football
TV,
field?
man. They were saying it on TV.
No, I'm not. All right, I got that. What other flaws do he got on the football field?
He have his eye
locked in on one target too much.
That's not true.
It is true, man.
No, it was not. No, it's not, man.
Oh
What are
my,
you talking about, bro? What? Oh my
oh
god.
my
That's a
God.
lie.
Most of his, look, I wish I was there. When you watch the Colorado Buffalo, right? Most of his sacks have came from he got his eyes locked on one target.
No, it's not.
I'm talking about the sack. I'm talking about the sacks that you're
Bro.
taking. I'm not trying to be right with
Bro,
y'all.
you are
It's
not
the
being
game.
truthful. You're not telling the
Y'all,
truth.
y'all not being honest, man.
I watched every Colorado game
And you're
this
not
year.
being honest. I don't care how many
You
games
are
you play, you're not being
lying.
honest.
You're
The man,
lying.
the
He has
man
never
has his
been a
eyes
he has
locked on
never
the
been a
fucking
quarterback to
receivers, man.
stare down one receiver. He has never been that type
He's
of
not
quarterback.
Jalen Hurts, bro. Come
You
on,
are
bro.
lying.
You don't do that.
He has never been that type of quarterback to swing
Tony
and
White is
stare
wrong,
at one
and
receiver.
commentators and people on TV are saying the same thing. So I'm wrong. So I'm wrong too, right? So I'm wrong too,
The only
right?
thing I can agree with you with is he
Oh
did
my
hold the
God.
ball too long.
I
But
didn't
for you to
say that. I
sit
say
here and say that he
I'm
has
wrong.
stared down
People who
receivers, that's
also
not true.
commentate in the games, I'm wrong too, right? I said the same thing.
The
They
only
said the same thing
thing,
I
like I
said.
said, the only thing I'm going to agree with you about is he
I don't
held
know
the ball
football,
too
but
long.
no,
Because
answer
I
the
even
question.
said that.
Answer
But
the
for you to
question.
sit
I
there
don't know
and say
football,
he
but
stared down
commentators have
receivers,
said
I
the
know that's a
same
lie.
thing. I'm wrong, and I don't know football, but the commentators have said the same thing I just have said. So what? They don't know football? Commentators have said the same thing. So what? What? So what you say? They have said the
Those
same thing. What I
commentators have said
said. They
he
have
just
said
stares at
that.
one receiver.
Yeah,
Now they
man.
have said he holds on to the ball too long, but no commentator has said he just stares down one receiver. No
They
commentator has
have
said
said
that.
that. Stop lying, but they lying again. Oh, okay. I know y'all don't want nobody to whoop on him. They have, man. And y'all making it look like somebody bashing him, man. I'm telling you the truth, man.
You
He's
really
not a
think he
good
just
runner.
focused on one receiver, bro? Like that's crazy.
He's not a good runner with the ball when he out the pocket. That they complained about that too. Come on,
No
man.
shit, because he's slow. We know that.
He got some
You
good
know who else
deficiencies
isn't?
about
CJ Stroud
himself,
isn't
right?
either.
He got some
Michael
good
Penix
points
Jr.
about
isn't either.
himself.
They was both first round.
Right, we want to keep it 100. I think it's more of the bad outweigh the good. And we want to. I think it's more of that.
Please
I
go.
think
Oh my
no,
god.
it's not me. I talk about that's how they looking at it. I think more the owners and I think it's more in their eyes is more of the bad than the good, and I think in your eyes is more of the good than the bad. With that saying, beating is an eye of the beholder, and I think the owners see more bad in Shedeur than good in him, and all y'all in the panel see more good in him.
So do you even think he's good talent wise?
Okay.
Yes or no? Do you think he's good talent wise?
I just gave you an answer. What you
Do
want
you
to give
think
me?
he's a
I ain't see
starting quarterback in the National Football
Yes,
League?
yes or
Do you
no,
think
bro?
he's good enough to start in the National Football League?
Yeah.
not off the break. No.
Oh.
No.
See, that's why I
So
know
Can he,
you don't know
okay,
can
hold
he,
football.
on, hold on,
Shador's
hold on,
one of
hold
the
on, hold
most
on.
can he,
pro-ready
can he,
quarterbacks. He's
can
one
he
of the more
eventually be?
pro-ready
Can he
quarterbacks.
eventually be? Can he eventually be good in the NFL? Yes.
He's
Can he
more
start?
pro-ready than
Okay,
Cam
hold on.
Ward. He's
You
more
think he
pro-ready
can
than
start?
Cam Ward.
Wait. You
Nah,
think
but
he can
see,
start on the Browns or the Raiders? You think he can start on those teams?
see, you kind of going down my alley. See, it all depends on the fit too. See, fit matter, man. Fit matter when it comes to football players and teams, man. It matters. So it depends on the fit. Like I was telling you earlier, he didn't fit the New York Giants. He fit the Saints. I don't know. I don't know why the Saints didn't want him. He fit them. He fit Pittsburgh. They didn't want him. So I don't know what to say.
I'm not
So
even
what
gonna say
team
he
you think he
fits
going to?
Pittsburgh. He
So
fits the Saints, the Browns, those type of teams. Those two teams really. Saints
Want
and
him,
the
so
Browns.
what? They didn't want him. The thing is, he fit. They didn't want him. So where do you go then? Well, where you go now?
he's going to the
I feel like
Browns, bro.
we feel
He's
like they're
going to.
trying to teach him a lesson more than about his talent, bro.
No, I don't think it's that, man. I think that he is the NFL going to be an NFL quarterback, but I just think he's not a first round pick.
So
I think
you don't remember him saying he was gonna be like the #1 overall pick and he was gonna get drafted before his dad did. That's all he wanted, all that stuff. You don't feel like that went into their decision making, like you think you're better than you actually are?
Yep, I agree with that. Yeah,
But don't
because
you think that's wrong? Because with other quarterbacks, they don't do that. That's like super what I would say,
you're cooking. I
confident about
agree. You're
themselves.
cooking. What you're saying is you're speaking facts. I agree with that. I think that play a big part of that. That's what I'm saying. That's called arrogant. I think being cocky. I think they play a big part of him not being picked. Yep, I agree with you.
When it's confidence, you can't attribute confidence to like
No,
cockiness,
that's the
bro.
problem.
He was
No,
confident in
that's
himself.
where I disagree with you on. I think
Cam
it's a
Ward
big
is confident in himself.
I think it's a big difference between being confident and being arrogant. It's a difference. It's not. It's a difference. And y'all keep on saying things is
And
confident.
he arrogant
but
because
he's
of the
arrogant.
thing with the watch, right? Because of the watch thing, he arrogant, right?
I think you at a party and you calling yourself legendary. I not to y'all may think nothing wrong with it, but I think that will rub a lot of owners the wrong way. Y'all keep on making it look like I'm saying it. I'm saying
it's
the
bad
owners,
for a
I
black
think
man to
so.
want the best for himself. It's bad for a man to want the best for himself. I ain't even gonna say black. It's bad for a
Number
man to want the
one,
best for
Y'all
himself.
make it look like I'm
they
saying
did the
this. I'm
party.
saying
They
how
did
it
the
looks to
party.
the
Hold
owners.
on. They did
I
the
didn't say
party
it to
from
me.
his father's house. His father is legendary. His father is an actual legend. So I'm pretty
I didn't
sure.
say it to me. I didn't say it about me. Y'all making this about me. I say it to the owners. They don't like it. That's what I'm saying.
You
They don't
speaking, but
like
how
it.
you speaking for an owner? You ain't no owner though. Like
Right,
you speaking
exactly.
like
Why you
you
speaking for
own.
the owners, man?
Nah, you
No, but I'm
speaking
saying
for
Yeah.
owners,
yourself though, bro.
most owners don't like that, man. They don't like it. They look
How
at
do you know? How do you know?
arrogant.
What's your sources? How
Get
do you
out of
know?
here, bro. Like that's nonsense, bro.
Y'all don't want to look at it like that, man. But it is, man. We do got some
You be
owners who
talking
don't.
to
Not the
NFL
first
owners? How
time.
do you
It's
know?
not the first time they threw a part. Y'all, they only man. Bro, you got
They,
it, bro.
You have a problem with the
Everybody who
draft
don't
party
show
with him
up to
not
the
going to the
draft
draft?
throw a
You
damn
got a problem
party.
with that?
Every single person.
Yeah,
It's
no.
crazy.
Why y'all keep on
JJ
saying
McCarthy didn't
these?
go to the draft
I'm
last year.
saying the
JJ
higher
McCarthy did
ups.
not go to the
I'm
draft.
not a higher up. I'm saying the higher ups
Yeah,
don't
you
like it,
speaking
not
as if
me.
you have you talked to
Not
any of
me.
their owner? They
They
said
don't
that.
like it. They feel
Are
that
How do
you
you
an
know
everybody
that?
in the
NFL?
camp is
You
feeling
an
themselves,
NFL
man.
insider? Are you an
How
NFL
do you know
insider?
Hey,
that though,
look,
bro?
Chase Daniels, he was one of the things. Or what? Speak for yourself. I just seen the Joe. He just said what I said. I'm like, damn, he just said what I said. He said, I didn't think it was a big race. He said,
You see, when y'all say that
Man,
him being
see when you
confident is
say
cocky and
talent, man.
arrogant,
that's
it
why
come
your
off as
mic keep
jealous
going out
and envious,
because you
bro, and
talking
hate.
BS.
I think it's
Because
about
you
talent,
Right,
man. I
right.
keep making it about race, man. I think he wasn't picked because of talent, man. The first round, man. I'm standing on it. It's about
But
talent. It wasn't
what
about
talent does he
no
lack
race.
as a thrower of the football?
the
What does
same
he lack in
person who
talent as a
I
thrower
said
of the
think
the
football?
it's
same
two things
person
that didn't work for him.
this
The talent, and he didn't fit. He didn't fit the teams or what they
holding the
wanted and what
ball
they
too
needed.
long is a number one is
That's
still
a bad
quarterbacks that do
tweet
that.
to
Hold
have
on.
if you want to be a starting quarterback.
Hold
Now hold
on.
the ball
It's
too
still
long.
it's starting quarterbacks that do that in the NFL today, by the way.
Jaden
Number
Daniels,
two,
Caleb Williams, both
Man,
held
number
the
Chase
two.
ball a
Daniels, I
lot.
don't hear DC,
Jokers
man.
are trying. Jokers are
Jaden Daniels,
trying to
don't do that,
make a
man. Stop
play.
it, man. Don't
He
do
is
that.
trying
Don't do
to
that.
make a play to win a football game. He did not turn the ball over when he was holding the ball too long.
Look,
Man, y'all
He was
dudes got
under
a problem
pressure.
with.
He was
I
under
noticed
pressure
something,
more
man.
than
Y'all
any
got a
other
problem.
quarterback in the country. And you talk about holding the ball too long. Yeah, if you got, I guess it is too long if you only got 2 seconds to get that bitch out. But then
Hey,
when he get it out quick,
if Shedeur,
when he get it out quick, you say he don't got the arm strength and he dinking and dunking.
if he played
Y'all
on
do.
Bama's or behind Bama's offensive
It
line, that
sound
man
it
probably would
sound
throw
like to
50
me.
something
It sound
touchdowns,
like to
man.
me. It sound like to me
even
a
if
bunch
you
of
don't have a
insecure.
lot of seconds with the ball, right? Even
Let's show
if
up, man.
we go along with what your statement just said, right? You still have to know to throw the ball out of bounds, man. It don't take. It's not a rocket scientist to know that.
Hey,
Throw
y'all
that
can
out
hear
of
me?
bounds, man.
Y'all can hear me?
Don't take the
Yeah,
sack.
we hear you,
Don't
Shorty.
take the sack, man. Don't take the sack.
All right,
You know,
I'm gonna read this
he
super
did have
chat.
a problem.
Let me read this super
Go ahead.
chat. Let me read this super
Go ahead.
chat. Let me read this super chat. Says it's white. Shout out to my dog Jimmy. He says white people. Somebody got an echo. I think that's you in the middle. The black. Who's that? The black logo. You got an echo,
Oh,
bro.
that's me, bro. That's me,
You
bro.
got it. You got echo, my boy. That's Fred. Okay, Fred. Um, he says white people that's upset that Shador didn't get drafted in the first round. Stop saying it's race. Stop saying race bait. You making the race, right? And then another
Oh,
thing too, though. other thing
Oh,
too, bro.
he said white people. I don't understand that yet.
Man,
What you
it
talking
just
about?
sounds
He
like to me,
said
bro.
white people was mad too. Said
Yeah,
it
I'm
wasn't
driving
just
right
black
now.
people.
I'm driving. So I can't, Look, it sounds like to me though, bro. It sounds like a bunch of grown, insecure man mad about a confident black man making way for himself and his family. And y'all don't like it, bro.
If
He
Deion
doing it his
Sanders
way.
wasn't his father, we wouldn't
He
be having
doing
a
it his way.
conversation about this, man. We wouldn't even having a
No,
conversation.
If
you
he was
right,
if he was
cause
black, if he
he
was
would
black and Deion Sanders wasn't his father and he put up those numbers and won a Johnny United's Golden Arm Award and didn't go first round, it would still be a problem. It would still
No.
be a
I'm talking
problem.
about that. I'm talking about if he wasn't Deion Sanders and wouldn't have coach in the first round, man, nobody would be talking about this today. It wouldn't even be on the news. We wouldn't be talking
If he
about it.
wasn't Deion Sanders' son and put up those numbers, I'm sure he would have went first round. I'm sure he would have went
Yo,
first
there's a
look,
round.
lot of
man.
people put up
Hey,
numbers and
bro.
end up being a bust, man. What you talking about? You going by
I'm
numbers.
saying this. But look, it's not even just about being drafted. It's the way y'all are putting out these hit pieces, bro. Because we know it's bull crap that he get drafted in the first round. But it's the hit pieces that's going along with it. Like, I think them GMs and them executives are going at it in a coward way because everything's unanimous instead of putting your name on it. Put your name on it and let everybody know how y'all really feel. Like, y'all look like y'all like a bunch of cowards, bro.
But there's one thing that y'all not saying, Show. This particular draft, a lot of teams don't need quarterbacks. Have y'all thought about that?
That's
Not a
cap.
lot of
Come on,
teams
bro.
don't need quarterbacks this year.
No.
They don't.
I mean,
The Saints needed a
They don't.
quarterback.
Certain teams do,
The
bro.
Raiders
Come on.
needed a quarterback. The Giants needed
There's
a
a lot of
quarterback.
guys you can
Steelers,
get
Steelers
in
need a
free agency,
quarterback.
man. Cool.
A lot of teams, bro.
No, there's not no star quarterback that's going to make you give up a lot of
You
draft
act
picks
like
to
y'all,
go
but
on.
y'all talk like Cam Ward is guaranteed to be the best quarterback in this draft class.
I'm not
How
raising
many
about
number
Cam
one?
Ward either,
How
but
many?
he's
How
better than
many number
Shedeur.
one? How many number one overall picks have panned out the last 15 years? How many?
I think
And
it'll
lived
work
up
with him in
and lived up
Tennessee.
to the hype. How many?
Hmm.
The last 15 years.
Not many. Not many.
Not many.
How many?
I think it'll
Bob
work.
Cam Newton, the only one.
They got to
Joe
put
Burrow and Cam
that
Newton, the only
offensive
ones I
line
can
in
think of that
Tennessee.
took their teams to Super Bowls in the last 10 years.
Trevor Lawrence is trash. I'm sorry. He's not good.
Baker Mayfield,
And you know
Baker
what? A lot of
Mayfield
it
is
has
not.
to do with the mental sides of the game. You know why? I
That's
know Shedeur gonna be
Jacksonville.
good with the mental side of the game.
What Trevor Lawrence got to do with this conversation?
Because he was the first overall pick, too, if I do not mistaken. Right?
Baker bomb ass.
Trevor Lawrence is not no trash. He may not be great, but he's not trash.
He ain't live up to the expectation. Nah, he ain't live up to the expectation.
He's not no
Absolutely.
trash, though. Come on, he's not trash.
Yeah, but he
No,
look.
he didn't live up to expectations, man. Come on.
You know he didn't.
No,
he
I
did
think
not.
trash.
Yeah, but he ain't paying out like they said, bro. Is he putting up Peyton Manning type numbers and resume? 'Cause that's what they try to make it seem like that was gonna
Have
do.
you seen who he got on his team? He have no weapons on offense or defense. Come on, what you talking
That's
about?
Cap, bro. He just had Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk last year and Evan Ingram. What are you talking about? What are you
Don't
talking
name
about?
drop people, man. Don't name drop people. Calvin really been with so many teams. Talking about name dropping like he's good or something. Come on. Calvin really been on so many teams.
Oh my God, bro.
You think, oh my God,
You don't watch
You
coach football.
You even really watch
I said Calvin Ridley. I said Calvin Ridley.
Calvin really been on so many football teams. What you talking about? If he was so good, the Falcons would have kept him. What you talking about?
They didn't keep him because of a gambling scandal. It didn't have anything to do
man.
about what he did on the field. They didn't keep him because of a gambling scandal. It didn't have nothing to do with what he did on the field.
And he was
So I'm gonna say
trash.
this: put Josh Allen on the Jaguars. You don't think that's a good football team? Put Dak Prescott on the Jaguars. That's not a good football team.
Hell yeah, because Josh Allen is a
Boys are making way too
All right,
many
put Dak
excuses
Prescott
for a
on that
bunch of
team.
millionaires. Making way too many excuses for a bunch of millionaires.
That's not. Shedor's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. Give him 2 years. Yeah, give him 2 years. Let him sit behind somebody. Let him sit
All right, so look, check this out.
Bro,
Check this
Brock
out. Since
Purdy
he's not a
is the
starting quarterback,
in the NFL.
since he's not a starting quarterback, that's all I'm gonna say. Last thing I'm gonna say. Let's get up out of here. He's not a starting quarterback.
Nope.
Since he's
Not
not a
right
starting
now,
quarterback,
Nope.
Since he's not a starting quarterback, I don't need you judging him
Is he an
as a
NFL
starting
quarterback?
quarterback.
Yes. But is he a starting quarterback? Nope.
So when he
Nope.
plays good, come up here and give him credit. And when he plays bad, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you bashing the man like he was a first pick either, because he's not a first pick, and you say he wasn't going to do good at all. So
and that's fair. That's fair what you're saying. That's fair.
That's it. That's that right there.
Yeah,
That's that.
I agree with that. I go along with that. That's fair. That's 100% fair what you're saying. 100% fair what you're saying.
Well, what did Donald Trump tweet? He said Donald Trump tweeted. What did he tweet?
Let me see what he said, bro.
Shit, all crazy.
What did he say?
No, I don't know what he said.
Your name Priest, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if Shedeur say he was drafted by Cleveland, so this is would y'all get mad if he got to sit behind in young eyes a sorry quarterback? I want to know that answer. If Shedeur get drafted by a team that got a sorry quarterback in young eyes, would y'all be mad if he got to sit behind him?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't care
What do you mean?
how if he
What
has
do you mean,
to
like
sit.
Joe Flacco? So the Browns.
He was gonna
And
have
Joe
to sit
Flacco.
no matter where he got drafted. Because if he would have got sent, they
Nah,
wasn't
that's
gonna
not
start
true.
him.
No,
They
that's not
wasn't
true.
gonna start him over Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Over Russell Wilson. And even if they would have drafted him, they wasn't gonna start him over Russell Wilson.
Man, if he would have got drafted by the Giants, he
They
would have picked
wouldn't
up the start over
Hey,
Daniel.
Roger. Hey, hold on, Roger. They said the head coach said that Russell Wilson started, bro.
Exactly.
So he wasn't going to start him over
So
Wilson.
they wouldn't have started him. They wasn't gonna start him over Geno Smith, even if he would have got drafted there. It doesn't matter. As long as he would have got drafted, that's
He
all
said
that
a bad
matters.
team. You naming good quarterbacks. He said a bad team. He said like bad quarterbacks like a Joe Flacco, like
Thank
the
you. I said
Browns.
a bad team. Exactly. That's what I said. Bad. Exactly. I said
He
if
said
he was
like
drafted by a
the
bad
Browns or
team,
the Saints. The
you
Browns
guys
or the
get
Saints. He
mad.
had bad
because
quarterback
I'm
play.
not one of them people that
If he
think the
got drafted
quarterback
to the
got to
Steelers, he
start.
started.
Huh?
I'm not one of
He
them
got
people that
drafted to the
think that the
Steelers.
quarterback got to start just because they was drafted the first round. That's not.
I didn't
like,
say that. I said if he got drafted by a bad team and they got a
No,
sorry
I
quarterback,
wouldn't. I wouldn't because maybe
you
that'd have
wouldn't
been
know.
better for him to sit and learn. I don't
I'm
have
trying to
nothing
figure out
against
what
sitting
did
and
Trump
learning.
say. I don't even see it nowhere. What did he say?
If he would have got drafted by the Giants, he would learn from Daniel Jones. So how you gonna learn from a losing quarterback?
It's been a plenty of first round draft picks been quarterbacks that didn't start.
Right.
Shedeur needs to start. Shedeur has
How
thrown
can
over
you learn?
12,000 passing
How can
yards.
you
You're
learn?
not
Hey,
stop
Roger.
comparing him to
Trey
other
Lance.
people.
Trey
He's a
Lance gonna
pocket
start
passer,
either,
How
man.
man.
can you learn from
Trey
a
Lance gonna
losing
start.
quarterback?
I guess.
The Giants, how can he learn from Daniel Jones and haven't won nothing?
Okay, y'all, look, bro. Hey, we just gonna have to see. Hopefully, we'll find out if he gets drafted later on. We'll probably probably react to it sometime tomorrow. 'Cause we gotta do the
Can I
game
come back
tonight.
home?
Playoffs. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna react to it tomorrow. Whatever. It's Saturday. Yeah. What is it? Damn. Probably had to be early, huh? Yeah, it had to be somewhere in early. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Make sure I hit the like button. Tony, you bring your ass back up here,
I
man.
appreciate you, show. I would.
All right, man. Shout out. We out of here.